does not exist in this
podcast.
Does it? No, Sensei!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cobra Guys, the Cobra Kai podcast. My name is Mikey.
And my name is Jeremy, and thank you for joining us on YouTube, and thank you for joining us on the podcast app. And, here we are back in the old dojo watching more Cobra Kai. I mean, the clock's a-ticking.
Clock is a-ticking. We're making our way to the end. That's nuts.
The penultimate. There's a special word for this episode.
Penultimate.
It's the penultimate episode of Cobra Kai.
Yep. And we realized we were looking back in the history books, and I mean, if things kind of go to the schedule they're going, there's a chance that we'll release our episode for the last, for their last episode.
Yep.
On the anniversary of releasing the first episode of Cobra Guys.
June 18th. Is that
June
what
18th,
it was?
June 24th, 2018, I think it was.
Oh, is that what it was?
I think it was.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, because we're checking out the first episode of Cobra Guys.
Yeah, it's one. I think I remember it being like 18 days away.
Okay, that's fair.
There is an 18 in there, though, so it's either the 18th or the 24th, dudes.
Okay.
But it's just interesting that those lined up at all.
Yeah, it's fucking insane, actually. So we should actually really try to fucking nail it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
That's crazy. It's
Oh,
crazy.
I haven't even peeked at the emails yet. I did remember last week we're like, guys, don't go nuts on the emails. But
Yeah.
I haven't checked to see, so that was pretty dickish of us to even say that.
No, we were being sarcastic. We wanted them to go nuts.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
emails.
Go nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it. This is, we're getting there, penultimate. So that's a fun fucking
Yeah, that's cool.
coinky-dink. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that we're coming close to the end of this story of Cobra Kai, and now they have released this other movie that'll keep moving the legacy of the Karate Kid onward and onward.
Yeah, so before we get into today's episode
Which
of
is-
Cobra Kai, which
yep.
is season 6, episode 14,
Strike Last.
Great name.
Yep.
We're going to get into Karate Kid Legends first because we
Yes.
saw Karate Kid
We
Legends.
saw Karate
You got to
Kid
see
Legends.
Karate Kid Legends.
And it would be pretty fucked up if the Cobra Guys didn't talk about it.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Let's see. Let's talk about it, dude.
That's great. We have a great image here on the YouTube video. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Did you like it?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
Did you like it, and was it bad are different questions.
Yeah, definitely.
Was it bad?
I think it was.
Kind of.
I think it was bad. I
Yeah.
think it was bad in some pretty basic filmmaking ways.
Yeah.
And in the story, I don't know. I mean,
a little sloppy.
A little sloppy. I would say the performances were the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
The actors' performances.
Mm-hmm.
Did I like it?
There's a lot going on.
Did I like it? Another thing I keep trying to consider is, do I like it more than anything else in the Karate
franchise?
Kid saga?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to compare it to Cobra Kai, okay? Because that's who we are. We're the Cobra Guys.
Compared to Cobra Kai, it's nothing. It's garbage.
Yeah.
It's a nobody from a nothing dojo is what it is.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan's in it.
Yep.
It's actually as much of a Jackie Chan movie as it is a Karate Kid movie.
It's actually a sequel to the Karate Kid from 2008 or whatever the fuck.
He's Mr. Han.
He's Mr. Han, dude. I was so wrong about everything
Yeah,
I thought I
know.
fucking knew.
Well, why would that be in the same universe? That's insane.
Everything
Yeah.
is in the same universe.
Yes.
They never do that in movies and TV.
It's true.
But maybe this is why, because you're like, all right, I guess. I feel like you made tainting the legacy of Cobra Kai a little.
Yeah, maybe a little. I mean, the fact that Daniel was so buddy-buddy with Mr. Han, I'm like, well, I think he learned how to be buddy-buddy with Johnny.
Yeah.
You know? That, like, pals dynamic, but they're at odds.
Remember how upset Daniel was in Cobra Kai when he finds out that Miyagi has secrets?
Mm-hmm.
That really upsets him.
Yeah.
Although by the end of the series, he does come to realize they don't need to know everything about their senseis, and they're just human and they make mistakes. So you're right. Maybe his relationship with Johnny made it possible for him to have such an easy-going relationship with Mr. Han. Oh, you knew Miyagi? That's rad.
Yeah. This is, here's a meta commentary on it. It feels like they wrote a movie, and then they were like, actually, let's put Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan in this.
Yeah,
right? Like, because there's kind of a pretty tight little Karate Kid movie with Joshua Jackson and the kid and his daughter, even though I don't like that at all.
Yeah, the daughter is an extra complication. Into
like, she's the love interest, sort of, although I don't necessarily... I guess they do get together by the end.
100% get together, yeah.
But the Karate Kid is mentoring Joshua Jackson, teaching him how to do karate.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really work.
Clearly someone just got it started from just IP and we built outwards. Like, we want to do something with this Karate Kid IP in a theatrical sense.
And then in some ways, it's like Cobra Kai is surgical the way they reuse the concepts in the specific references of Cobra Kai or of Karate Kid movies.
Yeah.
Like, it's very purposefully done. It's kind of artfully done. I mean, they do it a lot, and I feel like every time
they do it thoroughly.
Every time they do it, they succeed. Every time there's a new Karate Kid on Cobra Kai, you're like, oh, this is a fun journey.
Yep.
But like this one, it's like they're like, all right, let's flip it so that he already knows karate and he has to teach the older guy karate now.
Yeah.
But also, let's make that guy the love interest dad, so that's like a whole nother weird triangle of relationships.
I think you could have just separated those two things.
Yeah.
Like the guy that Joshua Jackson didn't need to be that girl's dad, and they could have both existed in the movie.
Yeah. By the way, I love Joshua Jackson.
Yeah, Joshua Jackson.
And he was good in it. I mean, he's a charismatic actor.
Yeah, and but he was a good part of the parts of the movie he was in.
Yeah.
This movie was trying to be too many movies.
Yeah, and then as soon as Jackie Chan and Daniel Russo showed up, it was like, Joshua Jackson's not really in this anymore.
They switched out. It was like they're not allowed to be using time at the same time. There isn't a portion of the movie where you're cutting back and forth from Joshua Jackson to Daniel.
Right.
You just leave Joshua completely, go to do a bunch of Daniel shit.
Yeah.
So did I like it?
Yeah.
I guess I liked it more than...
You weren't like, oh, let's stop watching.
No, I didn't want to fucking give up, I suppose. I liked it more than the next Karate Kid. And I liked it more than the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith.
Yeah, me too. Daniel Russo should have been in that one.
Yeah, so I like it better than both those movies.
Yeah, that's probably where it falls on the tier list. I think that's accurate.
My least favorite is the Jaden Smith one.
Yeah.
I like the one with Hilary Swank more than I like... I guess I'm just being a bit of a fuddy-duddy. I'm like, I don't like this new crap. Get this Mr. Han out of here.
Yeah. They did the jacket thing.
We're going to be playing the games. Don't spoil the games yet. We're going to play the games for the movie. But did you like it?
I'm trying to think about, like, did I like it? I liked the kid.
Yeah, Li Fong.
I liked the fighting, although it was like a superhero movie.
Well, the fighting with Li Fong was good. It was awesome. His fight, he's so fast. I thought Kenny Payne was fast.
Yeah.
This kid is fast.
Yeah.
And could probably beat up all those kids, I think.
Probably. You know what I didn't like?
Because he already knows.
Yeah, it was cool that he already knew karate. That kind of made sense.
Yeah.
You know what I did not like was the bad guys, Demolition Karate. Those guys fucking suck.
They're like a criminal organization / a gym /
and it's like
a karate dojo.
The fucking guy who owns the dojo loaned money to Joshua Jackson so he could keep his pizza place afloat, but then like that deal went sour.
Yep.
So he was gonna beat him up. So then Joshua Jackson had to learn kung fu so that he could get back into boxing, so that he could do these underground boxing things. I'm like, this plot is fucking dumb.
Yep.
And the kid who's bullying the Karate Kid
stinks.
Nothing burger. You know, and it's not really the actor's fault. They didn't really write him to do anything interesting, or you know how Johnny's like an interesting fucking antagonist. Yeah. Like,
well, I think Kreese
and like even to the point where the years later they're like, there was a lot going on with that character.
Yeah, I think the same thing is true of Kreese. He was an important part of the story. This kid had no Kreese.
Yeah, you're right. They just showed him training hard a lot, and he looked mean.
And he was a dick. And like they took like the parts of like Johnny being jealous of Allie hanging out with Daniel.
That was it.
They put that
one note.
They wanted that part. They didn't want
and he sucker punched him once.
Yeah.
That was it.
And he tried to give him his special move and he defeated him. Oh, you mean as far as bullying him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he punched him on the train.
One time.
Yeah.
And then later they were like, hey, man, you better get out of here.
And I bet there's another scene where the main kid fights 3 adult goons, right?
Yeah.
He was able
that was the reverse Mr. Miyagi moment.
Yes, totally. Reverse Miyagi.
And they even, like, said it.
So he fights all those dudes.
Yeah.
He takes a couple hits. And so comparatively that to that kid taking a cheap shot on the train, I bet that didn't even hurt him.
Yeah, you're right.
He did get a black eye and got yelled at his mom because his mom wants him not to do karate because his brother got killed in a karate-based incident.
Which is, yeah, exactly. And that's like earlier I said, it's kind of a Jackie Chan movie. Like,
Yes.
that felt like a Jackie Chan movie that I've seen, like Super Cop or something.
I would like to have watched the Jackie Chan one. That
Yeah.
just really embraced the
And
more
also,
of-
he fights like Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Like, where it's comedy.
When he fought those dudes in that alley, it was like
Yeah.
Rumble in the Bronx.
Yes, it was very much like Rumble in the Bronx, which is cool.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I love that kind of martial arts. I
Yeah.
like the guys taking funny bumps. It's like more like wrestling, and the work rate is super high.
Definitely. Yeah, it is like that.
That kid does stuff that's nuts. Like, even in the movie, everything's very on the nose. So in the movie, they call him fucking. They're like, "You're like Chinese Spider-Man." I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
say to the kid.
Yeah, that's
and you're
true.
like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the most I've ever seen a real person move like Spider-Man."
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. But
But did you like it?
no, not really.
Yeah.
And then, like, the ending tournament, and then all the... Well, okay, my favorite part was the part where they showed Mr. Miyagi telling the tale of
Shrimpo Sensei.
Shrimpo Sensei, yes, and
It's turned into a cool cartoon.
it turned into an awesome cartoon. But then later in the movie, they brought that cartoon kind of style back, like, during the tournament, to, like, show the scores up on the screen.
Did
I'm
not like.
what is this coming from? And
Yeah.
also, there were tons of weird, terrible wipes in it.
It was like artistically inconsistent.
Yeah.
It tried to take leaps here and there, but you're like, whoa, what's this shit? We're writing stuff on the screen now? We weren't for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fucking, I hated the karate shit at the end where they'd hit him in the, like, scribble font will come up like 2 points.
Yeah. And his name was
2
Stuffed
points.
Crust. Did you like that?
No. I was like, oh, it's kind of cute that Joshua Jackson calls him Stuffed Crust. I like that a little bit. But I don't think that when he got to the martial arts tournament, like, you know, Hawk is Hawk.
Yeah. He shouldn't have been Stuffed
Should
Crust.
not
in the
have been
tournament.
Stuffed Crust.
I agree with you.
Especially when you have a cool name. Li Fong's cool name.
Yeah, it is. So it culminated on the top of a building. That was cool.
In theory, cool.
Yeah.
In execution, not really cool.
Yeah.
The only cool shots were the wides where we were like, ooh, that's a real building.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, that's, I don't know, the attitude of it. It felt like a Nickelodeon thing trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Felt like a Nickelodeon joint.
Yeah.
With all the script scratch on the screen.
Then,
and
no,
the-
you're right. That did feel like a
and
Nickelodeon thing.
The kid doing commentary, like, whoa, dude, with the major kick, 2 points.
Yeah.
Like that. I was just.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you probably should have had the movie without Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. I mean, it's cool that they're there. The parts that they were in it were kind of the best parts, but the little girl could have used some more screen time, and
Yep.
Joshua Jackson probably could have used some more screen
He
time.
could have been a lot of the. Yeah, you could.
I mean, he was good, but it's just because he had. I mean, maybe it's just me because I'm a big Dawson's Creek fan. He has like that thing that draws you in. You kind of just care when he talks.
Yeah, you lean in when he listens.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's not. It's too many movies. You could either do the one with him and Daniel and Ralph and Jackie.
Yeah.
Or you can do the one with Joshua Jackson and the daughter and the bully. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Or and if you're gonna do one, commit like.
And the bad guys really needed more screen time.
What bad guys?
Yeah, yeah. It's true. And the plot was stupid.
Oh, and the plot was dumb.
I mean, I guess I didn't like it.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if it's not clear, because we've been spoiling it, we're going to spoil the thing that happens after.
But if
the
you want to
credits.
go watch like a movie, like, yeah, you should see it if you saw Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Guess what? Johnny's in it.
Johnny's in it.
And I mean, that part was awesome.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yep.
William Zabka. Also, you probably could have done one with William Zabka.
Yeah.
He was one of the best parts of the movie.
He was. It was funny, and the things they made him say were like a little goofy and a little stupid.
But he was
But
killing
he
it.
did such a good job.
Yeah.
Just nice to see him.
Yeah.
Weird seeing Daniel on the movie screen. Something's up. I don't know
Something
what it was.
happened.
Yeah.
So his TV makeup and his movie makeup
Are
are different, and I guess it's noticeable.
I
We
guess
noticed.
So, yeah. I'm used to my Daniel,
Mhm.
Kind of just looks like a fucking, I don't know. He's warmer to me. This guy felt faker.
Less dad energy.
Less dad energy.
Yeah.
Even though he still dresses like a dad.
Those were official Daniel Russo clothes.
And we noticed this while we were watching it. There was a scene where Daniel showed up and he's working out doing karate and he's wearing one shirt, and then time passes, and then he has enough time that he's there that he rewears
He loops back
the same
to the
shirt.
same shirt.
I mean, yeah, I know that's like life, but that's not how things work in movies.
I know.
You
Maybe
don't rewear shirts.
it's true. Those are his training clothes.
Yeah, it was a blue sweatshirt.
Yeah. Jackie Chan. I mean, great.
I love Jackie Chan.
So
Jackie Chan was cool. He was badass. He was funny. One of my favorite scenes of the movie was when Jackie Chan showed up in America to help Li Fong, and he hid in his apartment and pretended to be someone that broke in and attacked him.
Yeah, that part was awesome.
That was awesome. That was like a Jackie Chan
That was
movie.
the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. And then the way his mom got home and Jackie did a backflip over the table right into the chair. And he was just like, oh,
Yeah.
so cool. I love Jackie Chan.
And then the mom didn't want him to fight, but then at the end she was like, okay, you can fight.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, totally. That
Okay.
character sucked.
I guess so.
It was just like they felt it had to be there.
Yeah.
I think it felt amateurish, like someone's first movie. I don't know what that
Baby's
means.
first
And
Karate Kid.
What do I know? But
Yeah.
just felt a little.
Yeah. Hey, it's no Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
We're not the fucking Karate Kid legends, guys.
No, we're not. I would never start a podcast because of that. But should we play the games?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm not going to hit the drops.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, Smooth Operator Award for Karate Kid Legends.
Ralph Macchio for getting that bag.
Yeah, get that bag. I hope we got
God bless him.
Hope we got a decent bag
Me
on
too.
that. You know Jackie got a bag.
Oh, yes.
Jackie gets bags.
Does he own part of that franchise
I
now?
think that's part of what.
And how does Ralph not if it's going around, you know?
Because he never did. You know,
Yeah, he never
and
did.
I don't think he wanted. You know, for a long time, he didn't want Karate Kid to be his legacy. It
True.
feels like. I think that's how this movie got made. Is like someone wanted to do something with Karate Kid, so they had to talk to Will Smith at some point, and they probably had to talk to Jackie Chan, and then Jackie.
And
was
then I
like-
think somebody was like, call Ralph.
No, Jackie probably was like,
We
"Let's
want the
get-
original
let-
Karate
let-
Kid
yeah,
in here."
Yeah, somebody was like, we need to get
Because
that
it's like
guy.
last time they're like, people didn't like it that we didn't involve the original Karate Kid.
Yeah. And then I think Joshua Jackson just got cast because he's an actor that exists. I know it seems extra special to us, but I don't think it is.
No, I agree. I think Joshua Jackson checked out of Hollywood at one point and then recently checked back in, and that's when he got
He's working, baby.
He got the boat show,
Boat show,
Dr. Odyssey, and he got
Odyssey.
this right around the same time.
I want more.
Yeah, I think
More
there's more
Joshua's Jackson.
coming. I agree. Batman. I said it. He's an old ass Batman.
Old ass Batman. I like that. Okay, so I had Li Fong for Smooth Operator
Yeah.
because his karate is very smooth, and he acclimated to America instantaneously because he had gone to a different school where he learned English.
That
but-
was the other thing because it's like if you're doing the thing where you're like flipping everything on its ear and it's like, oh, okay, well in the original Karate Kid he moves from New Jersey to California and there's a bit of culture shock.
Yeah, he's never a fish out of water.
No, he moves from Hong Kong to New
He's the-
York City and he's like he's
Yeah.
even more in tune with the cities than the girl who already lives there. Right?
Yeah. Well, only in Chinatown.
Well, that's the point he makes.
Yeah.
She's
But I mean,
like,
if they went to any other neighborhood, she would have known more than him.
well, you're right, but they didn't in the movie.
Yeah. Well, they live in a different neighborhood. He
But
doesn't
they
know
didn't. They didn't highlight that.
He doesn't know what pizza. He thinks he can get stuffed crust anywhere,
That's
which is
true.
a weird thing to be. I would never think I'd go to a pizza place and be like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Stuffed crust out of nowhere." But my nickname's
But
not
they probably don't eat
stuffed
pizza.
crust. I think he does eat pizza. Right? Oh no, he doesn't. He just was like, "I've heard."
They've heard of the
tell
stuffed crust. Yeah.
It's weird. So he knows about it till he doesn't know about it. I guess.
But
in
like,
that pizza
yeah, but-
scenario,
The point is, he's never really a fish out of water.
never.
He's a fish in water.
But he's the water.
He is water.
He's like water.
Yeah.
That's not a. We don't need to watch him learn karate or acclimate to a new place.
His biggest struggle was that his brother got killed in a karate fight, but
Yeah.
I didn't care about that, honestly. I was like, I don't like this.
I mean, I get that it happened. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you know what? That guy lost a karate tournament and stabbed his brother, and that's kind of like what Quan tried to do, but he didn't get stabbed.
True.
Or Quan got stabbed. All right, snake of the day,
I guess the ponytail punk?
Connor Day.
Connor, yeah.
Yep, that's what I have. That dude
What a prick.
sucks. Dynamic duo.
Ralph and Jackie.
Yeah, I had Mr. Hunt and Mr. LaRusso, which is what I called him in this one.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I really think the more dynamic duo, as far as being entertaining in any way, no, Mr. Hunt and Mr. LaRusso are funny.
Yes.
But it would be Joshua Jackson and the kid.
They did have
It's
good,
so good.
chemistry.
They had
and
great chemistry.
They had good scenes together.
Yeah.
It's true. That's why I kind of wish it was more.
Yeah, they had good, they would almost actually make me laugh.
Yeah. It's true.
It is, it is a little funny when he finds out that dude's banging his daughter.
Yeah,
whatever,
that is funny.
That
but
was
it's
funny.
Like,
He's like, "Ah, come on!
What did you fucking think?
What'd you think?"
Joshua Jackson?
I mean, you know what? These dads
grew up on Dawson's Creek.
These dads never see it coming.
No, it's true. Yeah, you're right.
Blindsided.
Yeah.
I understand that reference award.
Shrimpo Sensei.
Oh yeah.
I know it's Shrimpo Sensei, but
They,
I like to say Shrimpo.
Yeah. Someone somewhere once they were breaking this thing was like, okay, well, it's right there. We got it. We're gonna pinpoint that little part of the lore and expand on that, which that is kind of nice.
I do appreciate that.
That's kind of how Cobra Kai gets down.
It's true.
But then you lose it very quickly.
You play a clip of Pat Morita, everyone's buying in immediately. You're like, this seems cool. That's awesome that he said all that, and you're like, you really can tie it to like, oh, he learned it from China, and Jackie Chan's family's from China. They taught him the karate. They stayed in touch, I guess.
See, I mean, you think Daniel a little bit would be like, hey, why didn't, I know I'm cool with Mr. Miyagi having secrets, but why didn't he mention to me this Mr. Han guy, or that he hung out with him and got drunk after the events of Karate Kid 1 and told him all about Daniel? Yeah.
He didn't tell him what his friends, I guess.
He's a closed-up guy, I guess.
Also, how the fuck are you going to send a pizza from New York to California?
It's a stupid joke to get.
I mean, I know that when they opened it, it was wrapped in cellophane.
Yeah, but that's not enough, dude.
But it was still in a box, and it was a pizza guy holding it, not a mail carrier.
Yeah.
So.
And like they weren't. It felt like even when they send the pizza out, as it's happening, the guy's like, "Whoa, where's this pizza going?" Like, you can't just decide to send a pizza and then it gets there.
Yes. Yeah, Joshua Jackson was like, "Where's it going?"
Yeah. Also, everyone knows the best pizza is in Encino. Dude.
Yes. In the strip mall.
Yeah. You get it like this. The guy hands it to you. Okay. Most badass.
Most badass. Oh, hell yeah.
Who do you got for that one?
The Karate Kid kicks a major ass.
I have Li Fong as well. That kid fought 3 adult goons like it was no problem.
Mr. Miyagi did. He kicked the shit out of 3 assholes who deserved it.
Yep.
Although,
they were.
He did owe them the money.
Yeah, but all that stuff's illegal, so it's bad, right?
Yeah. I wonder how much it was.
You
won enough in the tournament to pay it off, I guess. And then the bad guys were cool.
In the Battle of the 5 Boroughs, dude?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, dude, everyone knows that.
It's like a fucking block party.
It is like a block party, yep. Mana from Heaven Award, Jeremy.
Joshua Jackson and William Zabka, both of those guys appearing in the movie at all.
I couldn't agree with you
and
more.
Their individual charisma brought me joy throughout this mediocre movie.
I should have put Joshua Jackson in mine as well. I wrote Johnny Lawrence being in the movie.
And I mean, if you're a Joshua Jackson stan, you got to see this movie. He's got his shirt off. He's fucking looking good. He's moving around, fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah.
Weird. You know what? It's a weird story point that I was like, what? So, this dude used to be a boxer, Joshua Jackson.
Yes.
Back in the day. Real good.
Best in the city. Number one guy.
He had to stop boxing because he needed a more stable gig to take care of his daughter.
Because his wife died?
Exploded.
We don't know.
He didn't talk about it.
They didn't mention it.
And then he gets into the running a fucking pizza place in New York business to keep everything chill.
Yep.
But then that business must start to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And then he needs to
COVID? I don't know.
COVID will wipe out a little pizza place, I'm sure.
Because otherwise, it seems like a pretty safe bet.
Why all of a sudden did your pizza place stop making the money it was making? And now you need to get back into underground fights.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was all a little sloppy. I don't think anyone cared when they were making the movie.
And when they got the money, then they cut to like later at the end, and they're like, hey, business is good again. And there's tons of people there.
Just because they got the money?
They bought ads?
Yeah, they bought it. They got like a better pizza oven?
Did he go viral for getting beat up? Well, what?
Probably. He probably would. Yeah, because Li Fong was working there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. His name was Stuffed Crust.
Stuffed Crust. And they do a Stuffed Crust promotion.
They do, but I'm surprised he can't get sued by fucking Pizza Hut or Domino's for that. I know Domino's just recently added Stuffed Crust, probably because the patent ran out, and they were gaslighting people to think there was a Mandela effect. That people thought they had Stuffed Crust, but they've never had it. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't them.
But they were marketing that, I bet you remembered we had it, but we didn't.
So it was legally no one else could make a stuffed crust?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, all right.
It's pizza technology.
I think everybody,
it's pizza innovation.
I kind of live in a place where I think everybody should be able to use everybody's shit.
Yeah.
That's messed up. I'm
And
also not rich.
You should be able to stuff cheese into anything and just sell it.
Yep.
You know, you don't need fucking corporations.
And actually, you should be able to put it on whatever part, the outside, the inside. Obviously, there's already cheese on the outside of pizza, but what if I fucking put cheese on my bagel?
I mean, I don't want
bagel
this.
bites are coming after me.
I don't want this, but you could probably add some cheese in the dough now, like 2 layers of dough, put cheese in between, and then make the pizza on top. I mean, if we're trying to fucking...
Oh, so you're doing like a cheese calzone that has a pizza made on top of it?
Yeah.
I know you were kind of messing around when you first said that, but now you're talking, dude. I don't like too much crust, though.
Guys, earlier, this window right here, right next to me, was open.
Oh, my God.
And these neighbors had the audacity to cook some fucking delicious burgers.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, it was wafting in here. It was crazy. We almost had to go over there and introduce ourselves.
So we've been just...
Que pasa, guys?
Que pasa,
what's
indeed,
up?
dude. Yo, fucking necesito hamburguesos, dude.
Anyway, Karate Kid Legends, out of 10?
4. 5.
I'm going 4.5
4.
or 5.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.5. I don't regret watching it.
I would give it a 53 out of
Interesting
100,
addendum
maybe.
to Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And kind of also takes the fucking... I don't know.
We didn't finish the categories yet either.
Okay. It kind of takes the piss out of it, you know? I don't know if that's the proper phrase, but it's like...
I think you mean it more like in an actual bad way.
Yeah, I don't mean it in like the British way. I'm making a new American way, where it's like it kind of takes the steam out of like what's going to happen next in the Karate Kid universe. You're like, this?
Taking piss out of something, though, should be a good thing.
We are taking the piss out of it, aren't we?
But yeah, we are taking... You're right. We're actually taking the piss out of it. That's what we're doing. All right, fucking seek and destroy. Seek and destroy.
The Karate Kid, after deciding he had to get Joshua Jackson out of the debt to the gangster who owns the dojo after his mom said it was okay.
Yup.
As soon as that happened, he was like, now I'm seeking and destroying.
I saw it and destroyed that.
In the last 3 minutes of the movie.
I have an equally...
I like how it ended as abruptly as the original Karate Kid.
Oh, with him cheering, the little kid?
Just freeze frame.
Freeze frame. Well, but then it had post-creds, so...
Oh, yeah.
That's different.
That's true.
It had a post-cred and then a mid-post-cred or whatever. Mr. Han for selling... What? Oh, Mr. Han for seeking out Daniel and destroying his ability to decline his offer of going to New York to help teach Li Fong Miyagi karate. I had a hard time with that one. I didn't like doing it, so...
That's fair.
Yep. Potent quotables, dude. What do you have for that? Huh?
I taught him that. Remember they both said that?
Yeah,
they
man.
both argued about who taught him what, although it was definitely Mr. Han. He taught him Kung Fu for like 10 years.
I don't know why Daniel would think that he taught that guy all those flips and shit.
I don't think Daniel taught him anything. He didn't even do the crane kick or the Muppet arms.
He did like a different bird stance too that we were like, what the fuck is that?
He just knew that.
Of course he did. He's a way better. He could beat the shit out of Daniel.
Yeah. Yep.
The man beats up adults. I have one branch stronger than other branch or whatever. Remember when he's like, I thought you both the same.
It was right after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
those old queens were bickering.
Yeah, that's something I could remember.
Yeah. I
Not
agree.
a quote-filled movie.
I thought the same thing, yeah. Remember when the bad guy was like, do the thing?
Yeah, right? Ugh, that bad guy was so bad. And his coach was such a greasy dork. He was like on the level of Graham from Cobra Kai. Do you remember Graham?
Yeah. Yes, Graham.
Johnny took the piss out of that guy?
I do. He was taking a piss.
He was taking a piss when he beat up that guy. That's what it was. Yeah. Beat the piss out of him.
Beat the piss right out of him.
Bitch, don't you know I know karate?
Oh.
I have a complicated one for this one.
The kid to Daniel who came to train him, but it's like, dude, I already know tons of karate. Why are you here?
Yeah. Which person was saying I already know tons of karate?
The kid.
Oh, right. When Han brought Daniel, he's like, bro, what?
Yeah.
I'm like a master of gung fu, dude.
Yeah, you're some dude from California.
Yeah. I have Li Fong going for the dragon kick, but Connor Day knows it's coming. Remember, he beat him with it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But Li Fong knows that he knows.
knows
But
that he
Connor
knows.
doesn't know that Li Fong knows. So, bitch, don't you know I know karate?
Mm-hmm.
And then he beats him and he wins and then fucking freeze frame.
Yeah. Definitely.
5 words. 5 words.
Not on Cobra Kai's level.
Ooh. That's true.
The effort's just not there.
It's not there. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird because
The cast was there.
Yeah,
the cast showed up to play.
And like the production, you guys made a movie. You went to cities and places.
Somebody was like, "This is going to be cool. We're going to do like a graffito cartoon."
That shit's weak.
You know,
you either got to go all the way the whole time, which I wouldn't have liked, or not at all. None of that shit.
And too many weird wipes. Too many weird decisions on when to show somebody traveling somewhere and when not to show somebody traveling.
I don't know if we ever actually.
I know that's probably an easy thing to cut from a movie if it's running long, where you're like, "Oh, we don't have to show them going there," but like.
Yeah, but
like
at least
they take
Indiana
2 steps
Jones,
and they're in California.
Yeah, Indiana Jones has got the little picture with the plane on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like did you ever see a plane?
It's like we're moving to America tomorrow from China.
Here we are in China. Yeah. Yeah, and it happens more than once.
It does. Yep.
Like when Jackie Chan is just like, "Oh, hold on, I'm in fucking California."
Yep.
And that pizza's like, "I'm in California."
Yep. The guy walks out the door in New York with the pizza, and then they say, "Ding dong, here you are in California."
You know what I thought? If we were gonna do anything right, he should have been that guy with the fucking mustache. Somehow the mailman's delivering that.
It should have been the mailman delivering the pizza, because the only way to get food that way would be like through the service of like Goldbelly, which is a service that like mails you food, but they vacuum pack it.
Man, those were golden days when we could just maybe try.
I know, it's true. I remember we did get a couple things from Goldbelly, but that's a rich man's game.
Yeah, dude. But you know what? I was
decadent.
just as excited to try the fluff-filled maple and chocolate bars from Walmart for $4.
You are right about that.
I was.
And
just
what did you think about
excited.
those? We should have done a video on that.
I kind of loved it by the time I was done having them.
Yeah.
Something about putting fluff inside a donut. I've never had that specifically.
Is it marshmallow fluff or is it like a kind of whipped cream?
It's too thick to be marshmallow fluff, right?
It's not as sticky.
It's airy.
Yeah.
It's a light fluff.
It's like a...
Like what's inside not an eclair, but like a little puff pastry or something. I don't know. It's mysterious, but it was delicious.
It's something only Walmart knows about.
Yeah, so that's a little cheaper option. 5 words for me, dude. For me personally, poorly paced, terrifically cast, mediocrity.
Yes.
Just didn't.
So our review, not good.
Not good.
You
we
know,
didn't
but
like it.
probably see it.
It was nice to see Johnny, though. It's good to see the big guy.
Yep.
But
I think the Karate Kid formula is kind of a can't miss, but when you don't do the work
to
make you care about the characters.
How did it do? I don't know how it did in the numbers.
I don't know either.
I probably won't look that up. But
seems like everyone had fun at the premieres and stuff.
Yeah. It's so
probably
weird.
should have just had the guys write it.
Yeah, it's not like they can't write a movie.
They've
done it before.
Tons of movies. It actually, kind of fucking. It was worse than fucking Harold and Kumar. And Harold and Kumar had tons of wacky shit written on the screen.
Oh, Harold and Kumar was way better than that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
There were also animated sequences in that movie.
Huh. Yeah, this movie just felt like I don't know who's in charge. Was it one guy? Was it the studio? I don't know who's to blame for this. But there's no one to blame because it wasn't egregious.
Yeah. You're like, okay, if you're going to do more, you probably could.
At least it didn't actively undo the events of Cobra Kai and pretend they didn't exist.
Definitely.
It's cool to know that
guy had Strike First written on his karate poster.
Oh, my goodness, dude. What?
Demolition Karate?
Yeah.
The fuck,
Although it's fun, like, there are...
Unless Cobra Kai got so big that those catchphrases got around.
I considered that maybe it had a national impact and it just sort of increased the amount of badass-sounding dojos. Unfortunately, evil dojos. This is an evil dojo, if you even want to call it a dojo. It's a fighting gym.
It seemed like the guys who would fight somebody in a non-Karate Kid movie that they were trying to make act like the Karate Kid.
Yep.
Like, we've watched a fuckload of those movies.
Yeah, like...
Shoot Fighter.
Yes.
Or what's the one where the kid's brother is a ghost?
The one where he talked... Yeah.
That one.
The power... No, not the
it's
power...
The Power Within.
Power Within? Yeah.
Yeah.
But... crappy. Not even as fun and silly as something like that.
No, but it's like as basic a bad guy as that kind of movie.
Like he had a chain and like I don't know, suspicious facial hair.
They have a scorpion on their gi, but they don't really talk about why.
No, they don't.
They just have a scorpion and they're called Demolition.
And we don't know anything about the mantra or the philosophy.
I know they strike first. They wrote it on their poster.
But I'm like, I didn't even see that.
But nobody said it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You know what's interesting, though? On the pizza box, when Daniel opened it, there was a picture of Lee Fong and his folks, all his homies.
Yeah.
And he said, if you ever need me, call me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Maybe him and fucking Robby have to whoop someone's ass or something someday. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that'll ever happen, but... All right, let's get to the episode.
Yeah.
Let's quit screwing around.
Yeah, seriously. Anyway.
All right, let me head on over, get myself all squared up here.
Like this on the YouTube video, we got this little picture here of the boat exploding. That's pretty nice.
Yep.
That's nice. And also, we're sitting in Johnny's torn up dojo, which is fucking cool.
Takes you back.
Really takes you back, yeah.
All right, what the heck, dude? There we go. Boop.
Here we go.
All right, whatever. That thing's not working.
Oh, okay.
Actually, hold on. I can pause it. All right. Okay.
And we're back.
All right. Season 6, episode 14, Strike Last, penultimate series, penultimate episode.
Yep.
Did you like this one?
Loved it.
Loved it, dude.
Loved it.
I maybe liked it a little bit less than the last one, but only because the last one was like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
But,
you have to adjust your brain a little bit because you're like, okay, we're ending this series.
The series.
So it is kind of a somewhat abrupt change to get back into Johnny's old dojo. It feels small and cramped and dirty.
It does feel small.
And not as good as like...
Well,
but it is also like, it's like kind of training somewhere shitty because you have a big fight.
yeah, the Iron Dragons are also training somewhere shitty.
Yeah,
so.
they are. Yeah, exactly. They're doing the Eagle Fang.
Yeah, it is a little abrupt though. Like you're saying, like now we're going back to formula, like, and we're jumping so hard to the Cobra Kai of it all. It's like in the last 3 episodes to just be like, well, obviously the show's called Cobra Kai. We got to do it that way.
Yeah.
But I'm also so on board.
It's
abrupt, but I'm on board as fuck.
It's like, oh, I get it. Like I understand why we're doing that, but it is like, oh, okay. And like they're wearing the white Cobra Kai gis in the beginning. You're like, that's weird. And then he's wearing the black gi. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird to see John. It's weird to see him all in there.
It takes your mind a minute to fucking adjust.
I bet it feels strange for them, too. Both actually, I was thinking about the characters, but also the actors to be back where you started. Like when they show Miguel in all the flashbacks in this one, he's but a baby, dude.
It's true. It is
crazy.
crazy.
They even show Kreese, and I'm like, that motherfucker looks 40 years
looks
earlier.
so young
younger.
in the beginning of Cobra Kai.
It's nuts. In Johnny and Daniel also.
They do. Yeah.
So the episode opens with Johnny and Daniel driving around in the Banana Mobile while Eminence Front by The Who is playing.
Eminence Front.
At the Eminence Front. On your groovy water slide, it's an immigrant.
I didn't know that song before this, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so chill.
I don't remember. It was like in the last year somehow that I bumped into that song and I've been addicted to it.
Was it from the show?
No. From this?
Yeah.
No.
Well.
It's because when I heard it, I was like, what? Because it was so familiar to me because I already listened to it every day. It's a good song.
Yeah, it's great. And it feels like one of those songs that they would both enjoy listening to.
Yeah, the way Johnny's like.
Yeah.
It felt like.
Because it's rocking, but it's groovy.
But it felt like he was listening to that song, which is not. That's not necessarily. You don't necessarily know when you're filming that scene that Eminence Front's going to be there.
True. Yeah, you're right.
So, but it just. And maybe he didn't know and it just linked up.
Yeah.
I like the way Johnny puts his arms up. He's doing like fucking. He's feeling good, right?
Yeah. Because it's like, one, I mean, life's good. 2. It's a beautiful day in California. We got the top down.
Well, and like he's gonna finish the fight.
Yeah.
Right? They're gonna win. He doesn't know he's fighting yet, but
right.
I think we're pretty. Johnny must be confident. I don't know. Maybe he's just feeling the ride and enjoying the song.
Yeah.
And I like these two guys driving around together.
Yeah, it's great.
They have a nice relationship.
They do.
But they're not going to Miyagi-Do. He has a surprise for old Johnny, and it's the old dojo. He bought his ass a dojo, man.
Yeah, that's nice.
Isn't that nice?
I mean, it's amazing.
It's behind us. That's the state of it.
Yeah. It looks like shit.
There. Yep.
At first, I was like, what happened in there? Like, bunch of bad guys got in and spray painted all over the place? Which probably, but I think Johnny also got drunk in there because there's a bunch of banquets all over the floor.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, there's 2 cases of banquets, like 1 cans, 1 stubbies.
So a couple times he's gotten drunk. I mean,
At least once.
Well, or they were there.
And he didn't, and he just left it there.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have been there from when he first left, I guess.
Yeah.
But someone's been in here spray painting. Nothing specific. I'm looking at the picture.
I agree, yeah.
Someone put a heart over the C and the Y in No Mercy.
Okay.
Which seems like some sort of renegade graffiti. Someone came in and they're like, this wall's really aggressive. I'm going to put something a little lighter on there.
Definitely.
I'm going to toss that sucker up there. This really felt like the perfect opportunity for Homeless Lynn. I mean, I get maybe things just didn't work out.
I don't know where I heard this, but I'm pretty sure that was supposed to happen. Probably the Cobra Kai companion, if
you had
to guess where
as
I
far
heard
as
that.
behind the scenes programming that you're engaged in.
Exactly. But yeah, I think that they did want her, but actors.
Yep.
I don't know who's available.
Yep. Man, it would have been nice.
It's on Stargate or something.
It looks homeless as hell in here. Is she on Stargate?
I don't know.
I was just listening to the Stargate podcast.
Yeah.
And they were talking about movement of a
Which Stargate podcast
show.
is that?
Window of Opportunity, a Stargate rewatch podcast, dude.
Wow.
I would suggest you check it out if you are a fan of the show. All right, what do we got? Daniel explains to Johnny that he was able to haggle back down the rent with Zarkarian, undoing one of the greatest dick moves of the whole series.
Yes.
Don't you think?
You're right. Yeah.
I was like, like we were talking about, it's the finale time, so we got to close
We're
some shit.
we're making amends.
Close some loops, make amends.
Yeah.
Like, that was, it was like we all thought that was a dick move, and Daniel was so proud of himself, and Amanda was like, what are you, a scumbag?
Yeah. That's like there are some people, these people are stupid, but they still, at the end of the show, like even past the point where you're supposed to have redeemed Daniel Russo for doing that, they're like, fucking Daniel Russo. I still see people saying like Daniel's the bad guy on the internet.
Sometimes you still see people saying, oh, Johnny's really turned into a pussy.
Yeah.
And like, okay, you're right. No character should ever grow. Nothing should ever fucking change, dude.
I kind of really do respect the fact that they didn't have Johnny stop drinking and be like, that was his whole problem, is that he was a drunk.
Dude,
it wasn't his problem.
No.
And it's like he was fucked up, but he also just drinks a lot.
You know what's funny? The whole show, Johnny's fucking drinking. Daniel becomes his friend. Never fucking says anything about it. Shows and makes 2 or 3 big mistakes, and now Daniel's up his ass about his drinking.
It's true. Johnny fucking left his car on the beach and chucked his phone in the ocean because he was so drunk.
Yeah, dude, he abandoned a vehicle and just threw it. Yeah, that's crazy. But I really like that they closed that loop.
Me too. Yeah, Zarkarian.
Yep.
Fucking get your prices in order, dude.
Totally, dude. Calm down, Zarkarian.
Hopefully he negotiated it down for Nestor and the pawn guy, too.
Yeah.
Lyle.
Good pull on Nestor, though.
Yeah.
Because Nestor and Lyle watched the fight together.
That's right, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Daniel. Oh, sorry. Daniel says, the first time I saw that logo here, brought up some pretty visceral emotions. Yeah, we remember episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
I know this.
It's actually like episode 2.
Oh, is it?
And stay tuned to YouTube Premium for my side of the story.
No, but he sees the sign at the end of episode 1.
I think it's the beginning of episode 2.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. He's having the best day. He's listening to Dean Martin. He looks over, and he sees the round sigil.
That's true. Really fucks his day up.
Yeah. PTSD.
Nice.
It's about them healing.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
Everyone heals.
Yeah, I guess this is a mirror of that one, which makes sense because this is the penultimate. So if you fold it onto itself,
then it's you're right. It correlates to that
when
episode.
He goes, is it at the end of that one where Daniel comes back to the dojo and they face off in the?
Yes.
He's like, no, because
I think so.
Oh yeah, because he hears about him beating up the kids.
Kyler.
Yeah. So he goes back there and he says, "I beat up the shit out."
I think you're right.
Go back, dude. It's been a minute, man.
Yeah, we've only gone back
100 times,
7 or 8 times.
Yeah. Johnny really appreciates that he did this for him, though. That he fucking bought the place.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I know this style of karate will always exist, and even though I don't believe it, I do believe in you. And they hit the Miyagi theme.
Wow. I mean, Johnny's had to let go of his pride, I think, at some point. Because it's like, Daniel does a lot of nice stuff for him like that, like gave him the car.
Yep.
Although I think Johnny he didn't really maybe let go of his pride on that one. He's just like, come on, give it to me.
Yeah.
But this, you're like, yeah, all right, thank you.
Yeah, and
it's like, I'm not even going to say I'm going to make it up to you.
That's true.
I'm just going to accept it.
He doesn't even vocalize a problem with it. The only problem he has with it is like, I don't know if I want to put the Cobra on.
Well, that's it. that's more the issue.
Yeah, but it is nice that he doesn't have to waste time being like, oh, stupid LaRusso trying to give me everything. Like,
yeah.
Imagine the heights. And he knows, he's like, my life's going to be better if I just accept the help from the LaRussos.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I think they've done enough for each other.
Yeah.
That it's like they're bros.
Absolutely. They are bros.
They're
They're
bros.
very close. They are each other's best friend.
Yeah, they're like brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, yeah, he says he's not sure about wanting to, like, be Cobra Kai again after all the horrible shit that Terry and Kreese said.
Yep.
And then Daniel,
turns around quick.
Yeah, in no uncertain terms, tells Johnny that if he captains Miguel and Tori to success and they win the Sekai Takai, then it erases all that other shit, and only his legacy will be remembered. Like, straight up.
Yep.
He's just like, that's how. And then Johnny's like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do that, man.
Yeah.
And then they bow to each other.
It's nice.
And so that's like the reflection of them facing off with each other.
It is.
In the doji.
Don't disrespect my mat with your shoes, man.
Yeah. So then we cut to Terry, and he's freaking out while the Iron Dragons are training in the dank green dojo.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think of their evil dojo?
Ooh, I love it. It's dirty.
Because Terry doesn't have enough money to get them in a good gym at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also just like a nice...
I think you're right. So they just rented like a dirty warehouse or a brick building or something?
Yeah, brick building it looks like. Getting down to brass tacks.
Yeah.
Who are all these other people in this fucking team?
I think they're mostly sparring partners.
No, for sure they are, but what a terrible...
Yeah.
What a terrible role to have on this team.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I work at fucking... I mean, are they students, though?
Are they getting paid?
I was just said work.
Zara's definitely getting paid.
Well, I mean, like, they're
right?
getting paid by their sponsors.
Well,
I don't think they're getting paid by Terry or by... Like, they're not getting paid by Sensei Wolf.
Well, Wolf is getting paid by Terry, but the students aren't?
No. They're all under 18 still, too, aren't they? I believe they say that at one point that they are.
Okay.
They're just making money off of their own individual endeavors.
But why would
although I think
Axel want to be in this dojo? Because he wants to win and he thinks like this is it?
I'm pretty sure Axel lives with...
He's been adopted by the dojo.
Essentially his dad.
Yeah,
he's like,
kind
I've
of.
given you everything. And he says it later in the episode. I've given you everything, your whole life. Like everything I've given you, and you're gonna fucking fail me.
It's a strange relationship.
It is weird. I think he bought him. I think he karate bought that kid.
It's like what's the movie with the collar?
Oh yeah, with Jet Li.
Jet
in
Li,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Unchained or something.
Unchained, yeah.
Uncaged, maybe.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's not good for him.
The scenario for him.
Maybe, I guess he just doesn't see that he could just join another dojo pretty easily.
Yeah, and I think he has. I mean, so far, everything Wolf has done for him has been awesome. He's been a champion everywhere he's ever gone. He's had a good life with Wolf.
Yeah, and if you're getting abused a lot of times, you don't realize it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And he even, like, looks to Zara here in this scene while they're training, and he's yelling at him, and he looks at her, and she's like, I can't help you.
It's like they don't hit her.
No.
Because she's got a lot more pull, or it's just
I don't think
they
she's
just decided that's not how you deal with her?
I don't think she's been an Iron Dragon as long as that.
That's what I think. That's why I thought she was getting paid. I thought she was like a ringer.
Yeah.
I thought they were both kind of ringers that Terry brought in.
Maybe Terry paid her, but no, I think she has a relationship with Axel. She was an Iron Dragon when Terry gave the Iron Dragons back to Wolf.
Yeah, she was part
already
of the dojo.
an Iron Dragon.
Okay. Yeah, and so was Axel.
And they were already probably doing okay, and then that guy.
Well, clearly they were already top tier fighters.
Yeah, but he lost control of his dojo. I'm still not sure what that.
There's another guy we're not meeting.
Yeah,
his rival
is another evil guy we don't know.
Or
about.
he's a good guy.
Or a good guy. Yeah, his Terry Silver. If he's Kreese, his Terry Silver or whatever. I don't know. He's got another
he would
guy.
actually hug Axel after their lessons and say, "Good job."
Oh, he's a nice guy.
Nice, yeah.
Oh,
because Wolf's the dick.
Oh, and that's why he was like, "Get out of here with all this cheating stuff, dude."
Yes, exactly.
Oh, he's a nice man.
Yeah.
Oh, a Mian.
And Terry killed him. You know.
Wow.
He had Dennis do it.
Dennis, yeah, Dennis will kill anyone.
Go kill him.
All you need to give him, you know what he'll do it for?
What's that?
A boat. Dennis is like, I don't know if we should kill someone. He's like, Dennis, I'll give you my boat. He's like, I will kill
this
them.
boat.
This boat.
Oh shit.
Oh damn. So Sensei Wolf calls up Axel.
Is there gas? Do you have enough gas to get home?
We have plenty of gas.
There's
I think we have
gas
plenty
all
of
over the
gas.
boat. Don't
There's
worry.
So much gas. They keep it everywhere in all the different nooks and crannies. Sensei Wolf calls up Axel and Wing, I'm not sure what his name is.
Okay.
After Zara absolutely demolishes her poor teammate.
Yeah.
She never fails, so they don't hit her, I guess.
It's just a different kind of thing, I think.
You can't.
She's got an aura.
Yeah. Although it's still kind of fucked up that he hits Axel in front of everybody else at the tournament and no one.
Zara is more self-possessed somehow. She built her own brand, I think.
Yes.
So
100%.
She has power. She has personal power.
Yeah.
Whereas Axel is
in a public presence.
Yeah. Whereas Axel is like their instrument.
He's Frankenstein.
He's the Frankenstein.
He's the other guy's Dr. Frankenstein. Wolf. Mm-hmm. Dr. Wolfenstein took over him.
Yep.
So I wrote in my thing here, it really doesn't pay to be one of the other guys in these evil karate dojos. At least if you're on an evil hockey team or something, you still get to play and score goals and win.
Totally.
But at this point in the tournament, these other guys are here just to get their asses kicked for practice by the most badass ass kickers.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Doesn't it get to the point where like then Zara and Axel are fighting Silver and Wolf? In their sparring?
Yeah.
Because they beat everybody else up?
Well, Uncle Terry wants to get fucking involved.
Yeah, he wants to get break a sweat a little bit.
Well, they break like 4 or 5 kids' arms. They break one kid's arms just to fucking Sensei Wolf to show him what for.
Yeah,
and then later, Axel breaks another guy. I don't know if they're breaking it, but when you put a snap into your fucking TV show...
That's a break.
Like when the guy falls down, Dennis falls down the stairs at the end on the yacht, and you hear a snap, that's his neck breaking, right?
I believe so. So he got stabbed in the throat and then his neck got broken? Or where's the blood from?
No, I think he beat the shit out of him.
Oh, okay.
I think he popped him in the face and then he fell down the stairs.
John didn't have a knife.
No, John's smoking a stogie up there.
Yeah.
Or he lights it real quick before Terry gets up there.
No,
he turns
kicked his
the
ass
other
with the stogie in his hand.
Yeah, he like smoked one hand.
Yeah.
No, you smoke a stogie. It's
I think he tricked him. You know?
he ran into the.
Hey, Dennis, remember me? We're friends. I'm a bad guy.
Oh yeah,
They
didn't
and
interact
like,
a lot.
John, good to see you.
And then he smacked his head into the thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Much to the disappointment of the sensei, Axel only defeats Wing by scoring a point. Wolf wanted him to snap this guy's arm off his body and throw it into the river.
Yeah.
And then Terry notices, and then gives Sensei Wolf a look like, and I think that really pisses Wolf off and embarrasses him. Every time Axel does something that makes Terry give Wolf shit, it's that you just embarrassed me in front of my boss type stuff. And he really you don't really see Wolf's blood boiling, but it is.
I agree with you.
It's like a focused rage.
And Terry picks up on like a lot of stuff that Wolf doesn't. He knows about all the different stuff that Wolf doesn't necessarily know.
Like human like girlfriends, babes.
Exactly.
Dude?
Yeah. And it's like I noticed that later in the episode, and it's kind of been a thing the whole time where immediately Terry puts his entire mind into this fight with these kids.
Yeah.
He knows everybody's name. He knows all their relationships. Because it's beneficial for him to know that shit.
But why?
It's like he's doing scouting reports.
But why didn't he completely update Sensei Wolf on the goings-ons of Miguel? Unless Terry himself isn't up to date, but that seems unlikely.
That was Wolf's hubris, thinking he had a tactical observation that Miguel is Miyagi-Do. He'll always fight Miyagi-Do.
Yeah, but why hasn't Terry informed him that isn't true? Terry should know that Miguel was always not always, but he should know that he was originally a Cobra. He even says
he knows that he's Johnny's main student.
Yeah, and he knows that he was originally a Cobra.
Yeah.
Because that's why they're allowed to use the loophole. So
yeah.
it just
no,
like,
he did know that. I think, he just didn't tell Wolf.
It's just that's Terry's bad. He thought of everything.
He should have given him a fucking portfolio.
Yes, dude. He should have had
He should have attached him to his Google Docs.
Yeah, Snake's dead. He might have handled that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think if Terry was standing there, he would have been like, no, that's not right.
But he was doing a whisper, Sensei.
Yeah.
And Terry couldn't hear what he was saying.
Yep. That's why you need to micromanage.
Dude, I'll tell you, I love how they co-sensei, though. Like Wolf will be like right up in his face, and then Wolf will fucking disappear, and Terry will step in.
Excellent
and be like,
evil duo.
I see the way you're looking at the LaRusso girl. And
I
then
mean,
Wolf's like, what? He likes the LaRusso girl.
Yeah, totally. Because, he doesn't think like that.
He goes full Sensei Kim. Did you notice that when he says to him, does this girl mean more to you than victory?
You're absolutely right. Something just happened. Yeah, good point, dude.
Yeah, dude, thank you.
Super good point. Nothing weird just happened.
No. We're just making good points out here. He said that thing like Sensei Kim said,
Girl. Yeah.
Because if she does, you have already lost. Class. He can't be thinking. He's right.
He is right.
And it is what is his undoing.
Yeah.
He looks right at Sam and he goes, I guess I'm not going to break this guy's fucking back. And then he does fucking sweep the leg and loses.
I mean, he just doesn't want to break his back anyway, right?
I think he was already planning not to break. We're going to get into it. We'll get into that shit for sure. Wolf tells Axel that they should fear him and that if they do not, then he should make them. He's a good evil sensei.
He's a great evil sensei. Yeah, totally.
Yep. And Axel is reinvigorated, dude. He drinks the Kool-Aid.
He doesn't know that fear does not exist in their dojo.
Yeah, there's a lot of things Axel doesn't know. There's a lot that Wolf doesn't know.
Yeah. They didn't watch Cobra Kai.
They didn't watch Cobra Kai. They haven't taken the journey with us. So we cut directly to Miguel, who is not looking like he is afraid of him. Confident in his white gi.
Definitely.
Standing next to Tori in the newly renovated, sort of.
Well, they painted over the spray paint.
Yeah.
Picked up the garbage.
They picked up the garbage and the bottles and stuff. And Johnny gives his students a classic pep talk. This is where it all started. Diaz, you were my first student. Nichols, I was your first sensei. Johnny, well done, dude.
Yeah,
I like
nice
the way
turn
you
of a
played
phrase.
the words, dude.
Yeah.
Good job.
Just, not even mention Aisha.
Yeah, John. Tori tries to bring her up later. It's like,
I mean, if that lady was a better actress, she would have been in this. Just kidding. I don't know.
Oh, dude, you going scorched
But
kingdom.
right? I mean, Tori just came in and usurped like the second lead of position of the show.
Yeah, she urkled her.
She urkled her. Yeah.
Urkled her. Yeah. Undeniable. If you're undeniable, well, you're not going to be denied. I taught you the style of karate that was taught to me. We've been through a lot of Cobra Kai bullshit since then. But none of that matters because this is our Cobra Kai. And tomorrow, we're going to show the world that nobody strikes harder than us. Damn, that's good stuff.
That's a good, I mean, it's your classic Johnny Cobra Kai speech, but it works.
He's really mastered it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything
Definitely.
made sense. There was no strange animal facts or anything in there that were here to throw us off.
Yep.
And then he says another super classic thing. Good. Let's show these international assholes how we do things in the valley.
True. And it's like, he hasn't called anybody a pussy in a while.
That's true.
Just saying.
He's kind of being like Johnny Classic, but being very positive.
Yeah.
And raising people up instead of tearing down how big of pussies their enemies are.
Yeah, you're right. It's true. A little Miyagi-Do.
Little
infusion,
Miyagi-Do. So then we get montage. Oh, speaking of montages.
Talking about Karate Kid Legends.
Karate Kid Legends stinks at montages.
They do. They have terrible song choices.
The music sucked. The montages were poorly paced, ill selected. That's garbage. But here, this is good stuff. We're punching the orange man. We're doing knuckle push-ups.
Yep.
Punch, punch, kick, work the bag. Daniel and Sam show up with the baseball machine.
Yes!
Yay!
How are we going to do training without the baseball machine?
Yeah, totally. And fucking Daniel's like, I got the machine!
Yeah!
I got the machine. Hawk and Robby arrive with a big old stack of boards. And Johnny's very
The
happy.
thinnest boards you've ever seen.
Oh, the classic paper-thin karate boards. All right, it's time to lay some wood. Classic Johnny.
Yep.
Crosstown or wherever the Iron Dragons are, Axel demolishes tight red shirt guy. And then Zara also beats the shit out of red shirt guy. Red shirt guy specifically taking a beatdown.
OG Star Trek style.
Yeah, that's
He's a red shirt.
Sam and Tori are sparring. I gotta say, the Sam and Tori sparring is less impressive than when Zara is fighting red shirt guy. There's a part where she fucking does the punch, she hits him like 1,000 times.
Zara's incredible.
Zara rules.
I mean, it's crazy.
She's very good
Is she doing her own stunts?
Yeah, Vala Whitingham, dude.
I don't know, but I keep seeing her on the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
I think because I don't know if I followed her page.
You're old school.
Yeah,
dog.
I go on Facebook sometimes. I don't know if I followed her page or I just lingered on one too long, and now they think I want to see it all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, you're doing great, lady.
Yeah, she is a badass.
She's a karate badass.
So I was
for sure.
believing her badassness a little bit more than when fucking Sam and Tori were playing actress.
True, but
slap
they were.
ass.
Yeah, you're right. But they were getting love power.
Yeah, they do.
Tori's
love
gonna
each
get
other.
all jacked up on love and come into this tournament.
Happy Tori is sight to see.
Yeah.
And Sam and Tori being on the same pagedness going around the dojo right now.
The hugs.
The hugs, dude. Tori, it's like, I don't know, did she hug anyone in the first 5 seasons?
I don't think so.
She hugs every motherfucker in here. She didn't hug Hawk.
Yeah.
Kenny and I like that Kenny and Anthony are at least there.
They don't have any lines in this one.
Yeah.
But they're palling around in the background.
At least Hawk and Dimitri squeeze a couple lines in.
Yeah, you get a nice hug in there, too. And you know what? They even got Moon in there.
Yeah, glorious Moon.
Mm-hmm.
He breaks all those boards they brought, by the way. No problem. Just
I like when Hawk's carrying in like 50 boards.
Yep. And it's nice to know that Robby and Hawk are friends because their relationship is the least solid. They've been adversaries.
It's true, and they were even bickering as not so long ago as the tournament when they were sharing a room.
When they were in Barcelona. Dude.
Yeah.
Yep. But now, they had to ride there together, just those two.
True. Because
everyone else they know is already there. And so they were coming with the boards. I don't know who's driving. Probably the Hawkman because he's rich and he doesn't have a broken leg.
Yep, that's
Hawk
true.
Probably has a cool car. Probably a Hawkmobile.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
I wish they had shown the Hawkmobile.
I think
at least a Hawk cycle.
I was just going to say he should have because remember he had a Hawk cycle.
Yeah, he did.
But the Hawk should have come out the top of the helmet. What are we doing? I will say this. His Hawk looks awesome.
It does, yeah.
It's like different. It's become
It's hair now.
It's changed. Yeah, first of all, I think it's his hair.
Yeah.
And it's got a different style. It's not pointy because he's more chill now.
Totally.
It's like a wave that flows over his head.
Yeah, it's like that painting, The Great Wave.
I don't know. Oh, is that the one that like they'll put Godzilla on and shit?
Yeah,
okay,
that.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah.
Godzilla's
I only know
that.
I only know the Godzilla version. I only know the Godzilla version. All right. We cut to Miguel and Johnny, and they're at their signature spot on the curb outside the dojo.
Call back.
And Johnny has retrieved some sustenance for his son. We got a little clip action here.
Thanks, Sensei. I'm good.
Hey, you worked your ass off in there. They're building those muscles back up, get some protein in you.
I guess there is some protein in that.
There's no protein in that.
I don't have much of an appetite.
Is there protein in pepperoni?
Meat.
All right, don't tell me you're getting the pre-fight jitters, all right? You never look better.
Too much adrenaline. I guess I just can't wait to pay back Axel for what he did to Robby.
I get it. But you can't go into this fight thinking like that.
Classic music.
I just know I go into every fight thinking like that. It's also how I lost to LaRusso in '84. I was a way better fighter.
Break down just a lot.
Yeah, sure, maybe he's caught up since then. Almost. But he only trained for 6 weeks. I should have destroyed him.
Good
I was
point.
too
Great
hell-bent to
insight.
revenge for all the shit he pulled. Even though I pulled a lot of shit on him, too, he didn't fight for revenge. He fought to honor everything he'd learned.
You believe Johnny's saying all this stuff?
I know, it's crazy.
Show guys like me we couldn't get the best of them.
Fucking blueberry pie, am I right?
Understood, Sensei. I'm gonna fight to honor everything that you taught me.
He's like, no, not that exactly.
Yeah.
Being
Close.
your sensei is the best thing I've ever done.
Even better than being my dad?
Do me a favor. Fight for yourself, too.
I feel if I can self my son.
To honor how far you've come. The day we met, you were wearing Pepto-Bismol as a hat. Right over there. A few months later, you're All Valley champ. Now you're on the verge of a world title.
You're fighting
Go
Roman Reigns at
fucking Diaz.
WrestleMania.
You earned this.
Look at him. He loves his little boy.
Got it.
All right, I will have some pizza, actually.
Hey, give me some of that pizza, too.
I get one of those slices.
Was that from the store?
Hell yeah, it was.
They have a box now?
Johnny, everyone's getting better, dude.
Mhm,
Everyone
yeah.
is doing better.
Oh, this is what I was going to say earlier. Did Daniel bring the rent? Oh, yeah, I did. Did
Yeah, you
Daniel,
did say
did we
it.
figure that out? Did he bring the rent down for everybody? No, I don't think so.
I think so because I think Johnny.
That's why Nestor can now afford the pizza box.
Exactly. I wasn't going to say that, but that is excellent.
I mean, obviously he brought it down, but the economy has gotten worse since he put it up, so it didn't come down back to where it was.
it's still everything's still more expensive than it was. Is
Yeah.
that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
No. It's less than he was paying before, but it's still more expensive than when he started
Exactly.
renting there.
Yeah. In the long run, he has not saved much money,
Yeah.
but he's got boxes.
He's got
I think that Johnny would have been like, hey, man, you got everybody else's rent lowered too, right? And Daniel would have been like, of course I did, Johnny.
Yeah.
We just didn't see that.
Yeah, you're right.
We cut to inside that dojo, and Sam is showing Tori how to do drum technique.
Oh, Muppet arms. Whoosh, whoosh.
It was like a little corny, but I liked it the way Tori was like, oh, fucking, isn't someone just going to be able to block that or whatever? And then she's like, ask the drum. It was like,
that's a Mr. Miyagi line, right?
Yeah. So it's like, oh, you got to do it, but you look like kind of a dork.
Well, you got to be kind of a dork to be a Miyagi-Do sensei.
That's true. That's why Daniel is such a good Miyagi-Do sensei.
He's such a huge fucking dork.
Big dork.
Yeah.
And Tori's in here with all these dorks except for Amanda.
And she's being open about her emotions like a fucking nerd.
God damn it. It's so
Having to
lame.
say
I
all the
love
things
it.
inside.
I love it, dude. This was beautiful.
Yeah, this was awesome. And you're like, oh, yeah, I guess she really does respect it and
appreciate
like Daniel of all people,
Yep.
which you're like, obviously she has a deep relationship with Sam and Amanda.
Yeah.
But the fact that like she kind of has that with Daniel too, and you kind of never,
I thought it was
you
impressive.
don't really see it, but it is, yeah. Once
Yeah.
she breaks it down, you're like, yeah, that is implied.
I thought it was impressive she came up with one for him.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, and what did Daniel do?
Yes.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, that sounds
It's really nice of
nice.
you to say that. And then what Daniel says back to her is also very nice.
Yeah.
Like, it's beautiful. I won't read everything she said, but she does thank them all for like the individual parts that they played, and that no matter how much of a fucking bitch she was and she was trying to kill their daughter, they were nice to her.
Yeah, even though I went Freddy Krueger on her ass.
Yeah, Amanda went above and beyond to keep her in school. Daniel led her into Miyagi-Do, and Sam's her fucking best friend now. So, and then each of the LaRussos tell her that she does deserve it. Amanda tells her she deserves it because she fought back no matter what. Daniel tells Tori that she's accepted her mistakes and learned to move on, and she does deserve to be happy. And Sam tells her she does deserve to go on and win the whole fucking thing.
And they all hug her so tight.
Oh, they all hug. It's awesome. But we
Thank God. I mean, even though her mom is still dead and her brother ceased to exist, but you know what? At least Tori's got something going for her.
Yeah, and
you know, to fill her reserves up with love, probably been empty for a long time.
It's
human contact.
Yeah, the milk of human kindness.
Yeah,
she supped deep of it. I mean, it's one thing to. I mean, you know, it's the difference between the fucking light side and the dark side. She used hate and anger to fuel her.
Yeah,
which helped for a long time, but it was bad in the long run.
It can make you powerful, get you out of a jam.
Just like Cobra Kai. I mean, Cobra Kai and Dark Side very similar.
It's very similar.
Yeah, but I love the shot when Sam tells her she can win the whole fucking thing, and Tori's like, I could win the whole fucking thing, and then they match cut between her now and her with the Sakai Takai gear on. She has the fucking bandana, and you can see that she's just ready to go.
Yep.
I wrote, she looks confident and happy, unburdened, light, powerful, ready, eager, willing, able, and badass.
Totally.
Yeah, that's
and,
like 10
you
words
can hear it in her
Tori.
voice, too.
Yeah. But the fucking Iron Dragons come sauntering into the fucking place like, what's this? What are we in a fucking gym, dude? I usually fight on a lodge stage.
Not impressed.
Not impressed. And Zara's fucking so vibrant.
Yeah.
She's always moving. She's always on her damn phone.
You know what? She has like a lot of the skills of a pro wrestler.
Big time.
Like
Absolutely.
every
She has
facial expression is purposeful, but also draws you in, and you can see what she's projecting. Like you can pick up on whether it's her real confidence or not, what she wants you to see.
And then you're admiring it, but then she's also being mean.
Yeah.
So you're like,
yes.
You're a cool heel, aren't you?
You're
son
a
of
cool
a gun.
heel, yeah. And like she sick burns her so bad, you're like, yeah, it's pretty
she
good.
She does burn her.
I'm like, did you think of that earlier? Or is this just off the cuff?
It could have been
the way she wrapped it up with the Robby thing.
Yeah, I think she could have done it all. I bet it was half and half. She had some stuff ready, but then she like
bullet points.
She ended up in the middle of a tremendous promo.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Tori is susceptible to it.
Yeah.
She'll like get mad and try to punch you. In that way, she's a lot like Johnny.
Yes, it's true.
But before we can get into all that stuff, across the arena, Dimitri's finally caught up with Hawk and Moon.
Meat Man.
It's good to see the Meat Man.
Yeah.
I like this scene. This whole scene is pretty fucking corny.
Yes.
But I loved it.
You know what? It is corny. That's what that was. I was like, I like this, but there's something about this. But I'm like, it's just a little corny.
And Dimitri says corny
but I
shit.
love it.
Changing his number for next year, much as I'll miss my dear old 818-626.
What a fucking stupid, obnoxious way to tell the guy.
Just come tell him you're going to college with him, you fucking idiot.
But that's who they are.
But I love it. And Hawk loves it, and Moon loves it.
Yep.
And they, like, when she
even
calls,
the TMI thing was
corny.
corny. Yeah.
Yes, but I love it when he pats her on the head. That's corny, but it's funny. It's like he's being demeaning. They get to sick burn him.
Yeah,
but then
he's like, yeah, okay.
They all love each other.
Yeah.
He totally accepts that he was being a dick.
Definitely.
That's kind of
it is good.
I like it all, but it's corny.
Yep.
But I love it.
Me too.
So I don't
It
know.
works. Those are the characters.
It works.
Yeah,
And I fucking
and great to fucking have a little farewell to Moon.
Yes. Yeah. And this is where I got to see Hawk's Hawk, and I was like, wow, it really is reflective of his personality. Maybe that's why the one at the Sakai Takai was perfect, because it was doing too much.
It was,
Hawk was trying to
he was
flex.
puffing up.
Yeah, he was puffing his chest out. And now that he's let his guard down a little and accepted the things that he wants, and he told Dimitri the truth, like, it's chilled out. It's kind
and
of
even the color looks like, it's probably
It's
the
a
color
mix.
he chose, but it looks a faded version of a green.
It's not green or blue. It's that cool between
Aquamarine.
color. Yeah, it's beautiful. Him and Moon I like thinking that all summer they've been good as rain. Like, even
Seemingly,
though things haven't been good with Dimitri.
Yep.
They've been doing the TMI. They've had a cute inside joke all fucking
They've
summer.
been like making fun of Dimitri so much, like, oh, fucking Dimitri.
Yeah, like every time we saw Hawk go, shut the fuck up about MIT. Later he'd be on the phone like, dude, he wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yep.
She's like, let me guess, TMI. I actually did more of a Yasmin there for my Moon.
Yeah, it was kind of a Valley Girl from
Yeah, it
the
was a
80s.
Valley Girl.
Not
Moon
a
is
Valley
a-
Girl from the 2000s.
Moon is a moon goddess of some type, some sort of ethereal element.
Now, I really buy them staying together.
Yeah.
Because they're going to school in California.
Yeah.
But the Miguel Sam thing, you probably should have just had them break up.
Like, I would get Robby and
Makes very little
Robby
sense
and
to me.
Tori staying together also.
I agree. They're going to be traveling the world. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, like when Robby tells her that he loves her, I'm all in.
Me too.
But when that shit about Miguel being like, well, maybe I'll travel across, to Okinawa to see you. It's a long distance relationship. I don't like that as much.
I agree with you.
So Dimitri accepts everything, Binary Brothers for life, dude, and they they hug it out. It's just so nice. He just he always just wanted to go to college with his best fucking friend, like they always planned.
Totally.
That's what they wanted. So
Yeah.
Hawk's like, dude, let's go.
And it's like, take the second best school.
And
That's still pretty fucking good.
And then Dimitri uses his snarkiness to actually be like, you know what? Really? It's actually the better school. So
Yeah.
fucking
Now they're going to invent nanobots to cure cancer.
Guess we have to cure cancer now. Whoops.
Oops.
Cut to Miguel, who's putting the Pulpo card in the bag to in his bag to give to Sam later, and we see what it says.
Sticking with the octopi.
He's sticking with it. Thank you for always having my back, love. Which is a weird way to say that, but that's what it says. There are a lot of people I'm fighting for today, but just between us, you're my favorite. Love always, Miguel. But he hasn't given it to her yet.
Corny.
Yep, corny. Up
But
next.
loving.
Yeah, love everyone. Yeah.
And I like Miguel. I
love love, too.
I love love, but you know what? You're young.
They're young.
They're young.
Yeah.
We can't all stay together.
I don't know if that's a forever situation.
Maybe they'll be friends forever.
I'm sure that they'll all be. I feel like they'll all. I don't know. You connected through
Well,
karate.
20 years from now, there's going to be another karate war. We're going to need to call everybody.
Yeah. Like, Johnny can still get in touch with all those guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. We have up next the girls' final match. Johnny advises his fighters to focus on what you need to do out there and nothing else. That's pretty good. Basic. Even though he's pretty basic.
Keep your head in the game.
Having a good baseline for Johnny is good instead of being like, fuck, we're losing. Or
Yeah, no, you're
getting
right.
all mad about something.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, also, don't look at other people while you're fighting.
Dude, that would be my number one piece of advice.
Stop looking at everybody else.
Do not look away from the person you're fighting.
Yeah, that's our number one dojo rule.
But, like, Johnny's too wishy-washy even for Miguel and Tori. He's like, just focus on what you need to do and try real hard, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
We're going to win. We're going to close the gap. And then Johnny goes, badass. When something's badass, it's as cool as it could be.
Yep.
Gunther tells the crowd the rounds are still the same. Unlimited points, 3-minute rounds. Knockdowns are 10. Knockouts are 20. And then Wolf and Terry give Zara some evil coaching before the match. Well, Wolf doesn't have evil. Wolf's isn't evil. He just tells her that Tori can't keep up with her speed and skill. But Terry instructs Zara to remind Tori how much real estate she's currently taking up in her head. That was a thing you were saying earlier where Terry's sort of watching this on a different level.
Yeah. It's kind of the same way Kreese motivates people.
Yeah.
Where Terry doesn't necessarily manipulate you, but he sees all your little pitfalls and traps.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's like, I guess he does like,
and then
he pushes you in.
And then he pushes you in.
Yeah.
So this is when Zara and Tori meet at middle mat, And she immediately starts talking all that trash to her. Zara thanks Tori for the stunt back in Spain where she played the slut-shaming card because it actually doubled their followers.
You're trash,
Tori,
Zara.
Tori doesn't care.
You're trash,
Yeah.
Zara. The slut-shaming card, you said you played the slut-shaming card and it worked out good for you. Like, that's just, you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
You're not even I mean, not that I think slut-shaming is good. Pardon my French.
Yeah, but when you fuck someone...
But when you say...
But if you fuck my boyfriend, I'm going to slut-shame you.
Yes.
For fucking my boyfriend.
Yeah,
that's some slutty shit, dude.
100%
You can have
fair.
sex with as many people as you want, but don't have sex with my boyfriend.
Yeah, you're right.
Slut.
Kick your fucking teeth out.
I'll kick your slut ass is what I'll do, dude. So Zara tells Tori that no matter what
a
happens...
cool name.
Such a cool name.
Yeah.
Zara Malik,
Easy
are
to
you
remember.
from a Star Wars, dude?
Yeah.
I think I played you in Jedi Academy Deuce.
Definitely. She got green things on her head.
Yeah. The fucking head tentacles?
Yeah.
Zara tells Tori that no matter what happens, and despite her home field advantage, the people still love her, especially Robby. He'll be just another notch on my black belt, kind of like Robby. Tori does care. She got her.
She pulled the Robby thing in twice.
She got her. She pulled her right into it. She
Yeah.
was like, the the slut shaming thing, that didn't affect her.
That didn't affect her.
No.
Yeah.
The whistle is blown, and the adorable, lovely Dairy Vidal prepares us for the next match. Man, that Vidal looks sharp tonight,
I'm
doesn't he,
giving
Jeremy?
Vidal one more chance.
Love that guy.
You know?
Love that guy.
I don't want any fucking crazy calls on this one.
Nothing's happened to me. No martial artists have threatened me. But he looks good.
Boy, that Vidal looks good.
That Vidal looks good tonight.
I mean, could he get down on his knees a little bit more? I mean, I feel like you're squatting. You're like just taking the outfield stance where you put your knees on your hands on your knees and you kind of squat down. But
his arms are shorter than his torso is long.
Don't make fun of Vidal.
You're right. He'll kick my ass again. That's funny. I wrote all sorts of nice stuff in here for him.
Yeah.
That's all out of my notes. I mean, I didn't prepare a statement. This is all off the top of my...
Dairy Vidal's a great man.
Yeah, but Dairy Vidal, as I call him. The fight. Here we go. Tori comes out swinging, but Zara easily evades and eventually hits Tori for a point. Punch in the face.
Wow.
Zara hits a kick in the back. No points, but it happens. It's part of fighting. No points, but it's not. It's not illegal either.
Right.
But kick in the back of the head, that's probably illegal, right?
I think someone does get... Oh, that was in the Karate Kid Legends movie.
Oh, yeah.
Someone got kicked right in the back of the head, right? Like an enzigiri.
Enzigiri. There's a lot of flips. There's maybe a couple too many flips, extra flips.
Zara's a human tornado.
No, but yeah, she is. But I think that's a little, like, Tori says that about her, but I'm like, lady, you're doing a lot of flips also.
Yeah.
You're doing many flips.
It's true.
Zara whoops her ass because Zara's
also tiny.
She's small.
She's like Rey Mysterio.
She's so fast.
She's probably smaller than Rey Mysterio because she's like a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah. If I had to guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So Zara seemingly just playing with Tori because she's up in her head. Zara knows she's up there. Tori knows she's up there. Miguel and Sam know she's up there.
Yep.
And the round ends with 5-0 Zara. And
not only she's in her head, but she's on her game. You know,
she's beating
Zara's
her
at the top of her game.
Yeah.
Couldn't be fucking. She can't even consider that she's gonna lose because later when she starts losing, the look on her face, she's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Every time she gets back in the fight, it feels like she's sure she's gonna win that time.
Yeah.
All right, you got a lucky one. You got a lucky one. Do you think that Sam is a superior warrior than Tori?
Good question.
I mean, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I think she is, but she's not as aggressive. Like it's just I think Ralph can beat up Johnny. I think Sam.
Getting close.
Yeah, come on. I think Sam could beat up Tori. Not that doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. I think that Tori has certain physical gifts that Sam doesn't have that makes her a better fighter.
Yeah.
For instance, her reach and her power.
Yeah, but I think Sam is it's in her blood.
That is true. Mr.
I don't know
Miyagi,
if karate can really be in your blood.
No, something about her meeting Mr. Miyagi when she was a baby. He was like, "Here's some special moves."
Yeah. You know, he taught her probably how to punch someone in the nuts. Not enough people getting hit in the nuts on this show, though.
I think that the nut shot erasure of the Karate Kid franchise is something to be studied.
And I think all that penis
The
stuff,
guy was kicking everybody in the nuts every time. He kicked Johnny right in the fucking nards.
I think Pat Morita
Yeah.
actually brought that element.
I think
to
so,
the
because
combat.
he's a bit of a prankster.
He's a bit of a funny guy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good question. Who's better fighter? I don't know.
But you know what? Sam has never fought this Tori. Sam has never fought Happy Tori.
That's the thing. Yeah, now that she's like emotionally clear, she really does step it up to another level.
And I don't think Sam could. Sam doesn't have the heart to beat Tori, actually. I think I'm flipping back around.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Because she doesn't. That's why she didn't fight her
But
in
to
this
me,
match.
that makes you like, are you even better at
dude. No
at karate
fight.
because you know be there?
No be there. It's the number
you
one
can't
rule.
lose if you don't fight.
But that's the number one rule in karate. If you practice that kind of karate.
Yeah. Which I think we figure out is the best kind of karate because
Best for life.
yeah, Tori was doing the Cobra Kai where you use your pain to fucking motivate you. Now she's doing, I guess maybe Johnny's Cobra Kai, which has folded in Miyagi-Do
It's
elements,
about having a
where it's about you heal and then you just
Yeah.
it's kind of like the Star Trek philosophy where there's no money, but your currency is operating at the highest level you can.
Yeah, I think Johnny wants to make some money, though.
Well, they need the money. No, it's different.
I know.
It's different in
It's
that
different
way.
for him,
Yeah.
I think that part of Johnny's karate is having a strong support system.
Yeah.
All these people, now that's what Tori has.
Yeah,
She's
it's
got
true.
some foundation.
The
in her life.
LaRussos.
The
you know?
LaRussos are helpful, man.
Yeah,
And they do care. They care about people.
it's true.
So Johnny comes out to wrangle Tori back into her corner because she got up in her head and she's going to try to go over there and punch her.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts hitting her hard with the tutelage. He's like, she's gassing you out. You got to flip the script. He's doing all this Johnny shit. And then a fucking Robby floats over.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, Dad, can I have a minute?
I like this part
so
because it's like Johnny's like giving her his best Johnny shit, but like then they cut to her and like, well, yeah, she can't understand what he's saying, but you can hear her be like, badass.
Yeah, you got to get him.
Pussies.
Yeah, break his fucking nuts off. Yeah.
And it's just none of it's getting through, and I don't know if he realizes it.
No, he has no idea.
Yeah,
The only
Robby
person
does.
who knows is Robby.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because Tori's not even sure what. Tori's crashing out.
yes,
Yeah.
yep.
So Robby fucking floats in. And he's
She
like,
can't even say to Johnny what she does eventually say to Robby, where it's like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. I can't deal with this. She doesn't even have the wherewithal to get a sentence out.
Yeah. She's like, she comes over here and starts telling him what he's here to tell her because that's what's happening in her head. She needs to stay centered and find her balance.
Yeah,
But the tornado thing.
yeah, the tornado
And
thing.
yes, you got some genius strategy for how to hit a human tornado who blows kisses to her fans while kicking me in the face. No, I don't.
Well, you certainly came up with that phrasing pretty nicely on the fly.
On the fly. And then he tells her that he loves her.
He does.
It's awesome.
That's what he just wanted to say.
That's all he wanted to say.
I just want her to know that I love her.
Yep.
Win or lose, right? He doesn't
Yeah.
say that, but it kind of.
That's all that he's going to say, except and no fucking mercy.
No fucking mercy.
Yeah, don't.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, don't forget that you are coming for her, bitch.
Yeah.
That we still need a little bit of that
Yeah.
Tori in there.
Definitely. You get in her head.
Yeah, you get in her head.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Tell her you're gonna fucking crush her kingdom to dust.
Mhm.
And then they kiss, and Zara is actively, you can physically see someone trying to play it cool, like something. She's like hopping around, like spinning her head, like
yeah.
because she thought, I guess she really thought she had a chance
With Robby?
with Robby
With
again?
Robert Swayze Keene?
Nah, dude, nah.
Are
nah.
you kidding me?
Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell.
Now
Everyone,
he's the karate hottie on the circuit.
Robby,
Yeah.
everyone's got eyes for Robby,
Yep.
and I love when they kiss. Fucking, you see everyone's reaction. Zara's butthurt. Sam loves it, and then Johnny throws Daniel one of these.
What are these? And then he's like,
I don't know, dude. I don't
Pretty
know.
cool.
I guess there is kissing in karate.
Yeah.
it's
I mean, it gives you superpowers. Who fucking knew?
It definitely does.
I mean,
dude.
if Allie had kissed Johnny right before he fought Daniel.
yeah. Remember when Moon kissed Hawk before he went out to fight that time?
Oh my God,
That
you're
fired-
right.
That fired his ass
He's
right
about
up.
to win the whole fucking thing.
He fucking went nuts.
Mm.
Tori confidently strides back onto the mat, takes her stance, and I love like Tori comes out and she just boom, still as a board, dude.
Yeah.
And Zara's still hopping around, Brock Lesnar her up, trying to figure
She
out.
is a tiny little Brock Lesnar.
And this time, Tori is like circling her in kind of a Miyagi-esque
Yeah,
fashion.
this kind of thing?
Yeah, that thing.
Like Daniel on the beach?
Yeah. Where you're just going, hey man, I'm good. Whenever you wanna.
It's like my hand, my karate hand is a gun. Don't fucking get don't get caught in my crosshairs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's a compass right now. It's pointed at true assholes. So
it's a dividing rod for fucking dipshits.
Yeah. Well, what's this? A sundial? Looks like it's dumbass o'clock, and I'm here, baby. That's good fun. They do some awesome rolling.
It's like no, just kidding.
Yeah. They do some awesome rolling around, evading each other, wrestling spots. She's coming spinning under her leg. Oh, I'm going over your
Jumping
leg.
over your sweep. Ducking under your high
Jumping
kick.
over the sweep's a huge move in this tournament.
Well, back in the 80s, the front sweep used to tear up the tournament circuit.
Miguel does jump.
So everybody had to figure it out.
Oh, that is a big old front sweep that Axel throws
hits,
later,
yeah.
right?
It's the sweep that they ordered Johnny to do, the sweep the leg.
Yeah, that. You know what's funny to be like, well, it's sweeping the leg illegal? Is like, it can't be. Look how basic that.
No,
move
it's not
looks.
illegal, but it's shitty. It's the same thing, like to target something you've been injured on. That's dishonorable.
But I don't think that's
thing,
what.
Right?
No, that's not the point of the sweep. I think you're also could set someone up with a sweep.
No, I think in that context though, sweep the leg is go after his
'cause he
injured
only
leg.
has one leg.
That's why it's bad.
Yeah.
That's-
But I meant
a real karate man wouldn't do that.
not for that purpose.
Yeah,
he would throw a sweep.
you would because you don't want to hurt people. You just
Also-
want to beat them.
Front leg sweep. I'm more of a back heel sweep guy
True.
because they don't see that shit coming.
Yeah, you're
Hit
right.
you with that Rob Van Dam squattling.
That's true. That's pretty sick.
That's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam probably could have won the Sakai to
Then I'd probably hit several other Rob Van Dam moves after that. Little
5-star
rolling
frog
thunder,
splash.
5-star frog splash.
Yep, get Sabu in here. Have him jump off the fucking
Oh,
ladder.
is this a chair? Can you hold this for me? Old school.
Blow the whistle.
Yeah. So Tori's going nuts on this poor girl, dude. She can't get in there. She's all
Now she's the human tornado.
yeah, but very still for a while.
Oh yeah.
But she does start doing.
Was she doing Miyagi-Do defense?
She is, but then she starts throwing fucking.
Did she do the Muppet arms?
Oh, I didn't look for it. She must have.
They must have done that.
Oh, she must have done it when she was set up like this.
Oh,
she came
that's
in and
what
then
it was.
she kept going.
Oh, that's the Muppet arm
yeah,
stance.
I think that's Muppet arms.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. That makes
Because the
sense.
big hook's coming, and you don't want that to kill you and knock you into the ocean.
True. Be the drum, avoid the hook. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, be the drum, avoid the hook. Tori hits, it has to be called a scorpion kick. I don't know if it is, but her
When
leg
I
comes,
saw it, my brain said, "Well, of course, that's the scorpion kick."
it's like...
yeah, your leg becomes the scorpion tail over your head.
Pretty badass maneuver in the hacky sack circles.
Yes, very sick. Very sick.
Very sick. If you
Yeah.
can pull that off.
Yeah.
Woo. But yeah, it's awesome. Like Zara grabs her, thinks she's got her, and she's just foot to the face, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of my hair. And she knocks her down. Huge spinning kick sends Zara crashing to the floor for 10 points. And then Terry is apoplectic on the sidelines.
Definitely.
And he says, "Get up," and I love the way I noticed. Did you notice the way she gets up, Zara, after
No.
she gets knocked down? Like
Nope.
Terry yells, "Get up!" and she.
I remember that.
She pushes up like to her just almost the standing position, and then Zara just springs up like the fastest I've ever seen a human being get up off the ground.
But she has incredible physicality.
Yeah, but she flips up and then gets her ass beat. Tori enacts her ultimate flipping, corkscrewing, jumping, upside-down hammer kick that brings the thunder and knocks out not just Zara, but a whole row of her front teeth is what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
It's like the first 3 or 4, all 4 of them suckers.
Yeah. I mean, it already looked like she had, I don't know, fake teeth, but work done. Like, she's probably already had her teeth kicked out.
Oh, yeah.
She's
young,
that is to
so
say, she has perfect teeth. Maybe that's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
she has perfect teeth and she's never lost.
Maybe that's what it is. Her teeth were perfect. They were so perfect, I assumed they were fake.
But she hasn't, yeah. She lives she's in perfect physical condition, so she probably hasn't had as much fucking sweets.
Yeah. That's true.
She's young.
And she's probably never been kicked in the mouth because she's so flippy.
Very hard to get a hold of her. She's Human Tornado.
Yeah.
But no. Well, Human Tornado, meet fucking the Bill Paxton of karate, because he just took you down, Twister style, Helen Hunt. We got cows. Actually, it's the same one.
Yep.
All right. So she kicks her. She knocks her shit out. 30 points just between that last knockdown and the knockout. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
And welcome to the Valley.
The points can really rack up on fucking the Sakai Takai point system.
Yeah, good thing, because the Iron Dragons were up by a lot.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Valley.
Bitch. I always think there's like one extra second in there that doesn't need to be there.
Agreed.
It's like, welcome to the Valley.
Bitch. Yeah. Tori hugs everyone. Robby can get one. Johnny and Miguel get one. Sam gets one. Amanda, fuck it, Daniel, get in here. You're getting one too. Gunther,
Get in here, you old karate kid.
Yeah, you old karate queen, get in here real quick. Gunther announces the new Sakai Takai Girls Champion, Tori Nichols.
Sakai Takai.
God.
I'm glad I know so many cool ways to say Sakai Takai now.
Yeah, I know. Remember when it was like the techie,
The Seki Teki?
techie, dude?
Yeah.
The Sucky Tucky? No, that
No,
can't
that's
be
something
that's
different. We
different.
don't go there.
We didn't have the tournament in that country.
No.
Tori. That's so nice for Tori.
Yep. And it's like, remember when Zara just like 5 minutes ago said like your hometown roots for me?
I have the will of the people.
Not any fucking more, man. Now I'm the people's
I'm
champion.
the people's champion. And Miguel has already been the people's champion around here for like the last 4 years.
It's true.
Nobody likes that poor, stupid, idiot, losing moron, Robby.
Robert King.
I wonder if this episode just
hit
really...
the road. Get out of town, pal.
Hit the road, Jack. And leave with your super talented, super awesome, cool girlfriend and go travel the world. Oh, Robby, so
You guys
sad.
they're probably going to have a fun 20s.
Funnies, dude. Yes. Terry gives Wolf an admonishing look like, hey, what the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you fucking had this shit. You told me not to worry.
Yeah.
And then Gunther announces...
I don't know. Zara never lost.
Fuck, I don't know.
What did I do?
How could I predicted that?
I yelled, stop fighting.
I said-
Start fighting harder.
Terry's like, well, I'm the one that yelled, get up.
That's true. That's the master fucking
You didn't
strategy,
even-
dude.
Yeah, all right, we're fighting amongst ourselves. Iron Dragon's 165, Cobra Kai 155.
Not insurmountable.
Not insurmountable. At the intermission, Miguel retrieves the Popo card and goes to leave it in Sam's jacket, but he accidentally discovers her acceptance letter from the program in Okinawa.
Between the card and the Okinawan letter and also his acceptance letter to Princeton, they have a lot of secret documents amongst
Too many
each other.
letters.
It's a lot.
Although hidden secret ancient letters or new letters are relevant in the Cobra Kai Karate
I mean,
Kid
letters
universe.
have been here the whole time.
Yep.
You know, didn't Mr. Miyagi read some letters
Yep.
in part 2 from Suki or something?
Yep, Miguel. Well, it's not a letter, but fucking Miyagi will unravel the old newspaper clipping. That'll get him going.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yep. And Chosen got that letter.
Yeah,
That broke
that's
his-
true. From
broke
that
his heart.
Kokomo chick.
From
Yeah,
the Kokomo babe. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi's secret letter, of course.
Yeah. So Miguel looks equal parts troubled and confused by this letter.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh fuck! I couldn't have predicted her suddenly going to Okinawa.
Yeah.
Nobody could, bud."
Yeah.
Daniel's heading out to grab some
But
air.
you kind of thought she might be doing something that's not exactly what you're doing because you're
Yeah.
both heading into college.
Yeah. Well,
And
and
you
he
didn't discuss it.
Yeah, he just sort of. What does he say? He's like, "Yeah, we were." Oh, well, that's later on that they talk about it. But before that, Daniel heads out to grab some air, and he's gonna bump into Terry Silver, and that is gonna bring us to our Eagle Fang Theater. Perhaps we should go change, put our faces on.
Yes.
Get wardrobe ready for this thing.
When are we
Yeah,
coming
we're
back?
back. We're back now, dude. We're back. Hold on.
I
Great
want
news.
What? Jesus. What kind of operation is this, dude? Eagle Fang Theater.
On tonight's Eagle Fang Theater, the role of Daniel will be played by Mikey, and the role of Terry will be played by Jeremy.
That was some match. Underdog looks down and out, but comes back to win decisively.
Congratulations. Oh, wait. That wasn't your victory. One of your captains got carried off the mat. The other one didn't even show up. That's how Miyagi-Do will always be remembered. I'd love to see the look on your sensei's face if you were alive to see me destroy everything you worked for.
It ain't over yet.
Might as well be. Axel's a machine. You saw how he dominated Keen, and he's going to decimate Diaz. But let's just say you're right, and by some miracle, he pulls it off. That'll be Cobra Kai on that podium. The dojo you thought you'd killed off once and for all. Heh. That's gotta hurt, Danny boy.
Actually, it doesn't hurt at all. Haven't you heard?
What?
Cobra Kai never dies.
Oh, what? Putt from the rough.
Putt from the rough.
Il falsetto.
What
Yeah,
did I
it's
get
good.
that?
I liked it. I think he should have gone even harder on the Cobra Kai Never Dies. Haven't you heard?
Yeah, I thought about one. One of them was going to be like, actually, it doesn't hurt it up. Ain't you it?
Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai?
Legendary. That's one of the best lines in the show.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
Fucking,
He
shoves it right up
dude,
his
and the
face.
fucking look on his, he's like, he
Yeah.
doesn't shake his head, he just leaves.
Yeah, because Terry's like, I'm going to go over getting Russo's head a little
Yeah.
bit. This will be easy. Slam dunk. This guy's an idiot. But, you know, he got him with his own catchphrase.
Hoisted him on his own Picard is what he did.
He did. He hoisted him on his Picard.
But I guess we should give Terry and Daniel their chance.
Of course.
To deliver
Let's
those.
see if they can walk a day in our shoes.
You know, walk a day.
That was some match. Underdog looks down and out, but comes back to win decisively.
Congratulations. Oh, wait. That wasn't your victory. One of your captains got carried off the mat. The other one didn't even show up. That's how Miyagi-Do will be remembered. I'd love to see the look on your sensei's face if he were alive.
I bet it'd be like
To
this.
see me destroy everything
Yeah.
he fought for.
It ain't over yet.
Might as well be. Axel's a machine. You saw how he dominated Keen.
Dominated.
And
Little
he
Christopher
is going
Walken
to
there.
decimate
Dominated.
Diaz. I like the way he says Diaz.
Yep.
Let's just say you're right. And by some miracle, he pulls it off. That'll be Cobra Kai on that podium. The dojo you thought you'd killed once and for all.
Once and for all.
That's gotta hurt, Danny boy.
Actually, doesn't hurt at all.
Why?
Haven't you heard?
What?
Cobra Kai
What?
never dies.
Oh, damn it. Walked right into that one.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Got him, nerd. Here, you take that
I'll take
thing
care
over
of this
that.
business.
That was great. He did okay. I thought your Terry Silver was superior.
I agree. I mean, I probably should have played Terry Silver on the show.
I slow played my Daniel to let Ralph have his day, but
Yeah.
cut to Sam and Miguel having a talk before the big fight. Sam asks if Miguel's okay, and Miguel immediately comes clean about finding the envelope. I like that. I like a quick truth on a TV
Especially
show.
we're on the penultimate episode. We don't have time for lies.
Agreed.
You know?
Sam starts to apologize and says she didn't want to bring it up until after the fight. Miguel tries to tell her that it's cool. I don't think it is cool.
It does make sense.
And that they didn't make any promises. They were going to try to stay in. They didn't make any promises that they were going to stay in the same place. It just seemed like it was going to happen that way. And then he's like, "Hey, baby, I'll come.
It's honest.
I might come see you in Okinawa. How you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, cool." And then he said, "I just want you to be happy." And she's like, "I am
How
happy."
is she going to meet her Kumiko if he goes to Okinawa with her?
I know.
Just saying.
I agree. I think that they both need to have
A young, wild, free
some,
20s.
Some
you
more
know?
adventures, you know? It's kind of like, you know, on Boy Meets World, you know, Corey and Topanga.
I do.
Corey's mom is not altogether pleased that they're engaging in marriage so early in their lives.
That is absolutely right.
So-
Although,
but I love a high school sweetheart.
I mean, the Corey and Topanga, even though if you listen to Pod Meets World, you know that through the modern lens, there are some issues with that relationship. But they're an anomaly.
Corey
They're
and Topanga.
Corey and Topanga.
Yes.
They're the one in a billion.
Yeah, the rest of us are all just Shangela.
We're
Just Sean and
Sean
Angela, obviously.
Angela, yeah.
Come on, guys.
Exactly. Who did not end up together.
No.
If you follow the events
If you
of
follow the
Girl Meets World.
Yeah. But they are being very nice and accommodating and understanding of each other.
And I guess it kind of sucks. Like, you wouldn't, want to break up with somebody if there was no reason to other than distance.
I think that's probably one of the harder reasons to break up when you're
When
not
it's just
breaking
not
up.
practical.
Well, when you're just like, well, there's nothing breaking it up right now, but everything else kind of points that it might be easier
Our
if we
life's
did.
trajectories are
Different, but the way we
different.
feel about each other isn't really. There's
Yeah,
nothing
that's-
wrong at its core.
kind of an insane scenario to be in.
But at what point do you sacrifice the comfort of the relationship for what is best for you in life? You know what Miyagi would say?
What?
Essentially what the other guy from Ninja Turtles said, go play, have fun.
Yeah.
Pollinate.
Pollinate. Yeah.
Those guys, I think, could hang out, even though they're on different sides. Tatsu?
Well, we know that Mr. Miyagi always hangs out with senseis and gets drunk.
Oh, Tatsu could get fucking very strong sake, I bet. I bet he can get the strongest.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of Karate Kid Legends is hearing Mr. Miyagi tell the same story. We heard him tell in Cobra Kai, and that we heard him tell in Karate Kid too.
Yeah.
Strong wind. I like how he says strong sun.
Yeah,
because it
was
made him
hot.
fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because he was drunk and it was like warm and hot.
Yeah, dude, you get sleepy when you get warm and hot.
Hopefully he didn't get sunburned. I don't think he did because of his race, I guess.
I wonder if he's going to say race. Probably
People
not.
with darker skin don't get sunburned. But if I fell asleep in a boat and went to China and I was drunk, I would.
Yeah, but if like Jackie
I'd be like a
Chan fell
lobster.
asleep in a boat, he would scorch.
That's true, but Mr. Miyagi has a darker color
I
skin,
think 'cause
more
he's-
pigmentation,
Yeah, yeah.
protection against the
Yeah.
sun.
Andy spends a lot of time out in the sun already.
True.
And his people have been spending time. I mean, like his dad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
fell asleep in a
generational
boat.
fisher.
Yeah,
Fisherman. Yeah.
Generational fisher.
Yep.
Let's see. Where do we go here? They're happy for each other. It's time for the main event. Miguel goes, "Hey, babe, I want to hear all about it. Once I'm done kicking some ass," which was pretty cool.
Yes.
But they kiss. They kiss, and Axel sees it. That makes Axel angry.
Axel don't like that.
No. Cut to a
I
close.
mean, Axel is kind of a dick because that's not reasonable.
He never had the bravery to just stand up already. So it's kind of like,
I know.
I know he's being abused though, so that's not really.
No, he is, but also like this is not how you deal with. I mean, he doesn't have anyone to talk to. I guess he doesn't have any friends. doesn't
Zara's
have
his
a
closest
support
friend, and
system.
she's a total bitch.
Yeah, so it's like he doesn't know. Like, hey, when you like that girl you met her on the beach, you had a cute moment. It was awkward. That was cute too. We loved that.
Yeah.
Now that it's been like a couple months or however long it took to get from fucking Spain back to here, and she's still dating Miguel, and they were obviously together before, like, you can't really be getting mad because they're making out.
I don't think there's the second voice in his head. He's just sort of like feels it. He
yes,
goes
good
from
point.
there. He's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, he's just like, God. You know how he roars and stuff. He is a lot like Frankenstein's monster.
He is.
I don't want Sam to yell at me, but you have a boyfriend, Toots. Chill out. I'm calling him Frankenstein's monster.
He
You
also
can't-
looks like David Boreanaz.
Dude.
Reboot Angel.
This is a pro David Boreanaz house. Even if
is.
we don't watch all his shows,
We still love the guy.
listen, yeah, SEAL Team, woo!
Would never watch it.
Listen, I watched some bad shows, and I've never watched that one.
Yeah.
I don't like the army copy shows. I like procedurals where they're cops. I don't like
Detectives?
or specific kind of cop. Yeah, which I guess would be a detective. I don't like squads. SWAT.
SWAT. Yeah, that's a little militant.
NCIS.
How many cops do we see when we walked to the store earlier today?
All of them.
We saw one cop pulled a guy over, and then like 5 feet up, 2 more cops had another guy pulled over.
Yeah.
And then
there
like
was-
3 fire trucks went by,
Yeah,
and an ambulance.
Yeah.
And
Just
another
needed to-
cop drove by.
Just needed to get some delicious energy drinks.
All within like 5 minutes, we saw so many emergency vehicles. It's crazy.
Hey guys, it's a dangerous time out there. Be careful.
No, yeah.
We don't want to get into. We don't get too.
We don't want to get into it, but be careful,
We stand with the good guys.
You know what?
Which
Maybe
are the
there's some people in here
innocent
right
people.
now,
Yeah.
The innocent people.
The innocent people. I stand with
we
the
stand
innocent
with the
peoples.
innocent people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
People who weren't doing anything to
Yeah.
begin with.
Yeah, we just got hassled.
Pretty simple. So we cut to a close up of Gunther's giant head. We going too close on Gunther.
This
Too
guy's
much
got a
dome.
big faux hawk now.
Yeah,
It's
dude, he's
huge.
getting up there. He's got.
Yeah, I think he met Hawk and he was like, I think I'm gonna flip the script.
that is a cool head, dude.
Like, I don't know, you're already pretty badass, dude.
Yep. Axel Kovacevic versus Miguel Diaz. Johnny's last minute advice to Miguel is, this is what it's all about. Savor the moment and knock his block off.
Yeah,
I like that.
knock his block off. That's some
Yeah.
old school shit to say.
Wolf's last minute advice for Axel, no matter what gi he has on, he's trained in Miyagi-Do. And after what you've done to his friend, he'll be on the defense. But there is no defense for what you are about to do.
That's 2 stupid advices.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about like, oh, I'm afraid of him because he beat up Robby. Actually, if Johnny didn't talk him down already, he would have come in like kicking your head off.
Yeah.
Like you think he's fighting out of fear, but he's actually not even doing the opposite of that, which would be fighting out of revenge. He's doing the third middle thing, where it's like I'm fighting for
Becoming
fucking my entire evolution as a fighter and my pride in
I'm
my
fighting for
sensei and my dojo and my girlfriend.
Yeah, and
I'm
myself.
fighting for my country.
For my everyone. All
Yeah.
the good things.
My mommy and my yaya.
Yeah, my
and all the
mommy.
drawings I do.
What about his precious
What about the
drawings?
art?
What about the art, Miguel?
I feel like there's a abandoned subplot of his art.
Yeah. Like he wanted
It's
to go
in
to-
it's in the set design, but it's not really in the story.
and we never see Miguel's room after the first couple of seasons anyways.
But I bet he stopped drawing. He should have been drawing karate guys all the time.
Well, he didn't like karate then.
No, after.
Oh, after.
You know
yes,
what I mean?
Yes.
But it's like he kind of took the time that he would have been spent drawing
yeah,
and getting bullied by Kyle or to do karate.
yeah. You have to. Yeah, I guess he didn't have the passion for it. He found karate and he was like, no, drawing is nerd shit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of that.
Yeah, maybe.
Does he? Does he? What was Miguel into any of the other nerdy stuff? Like
Dungeon Lord,
yeah,
not
no,
really.
that was like
comic books,
yeah,
not really.
That was like Dimitri and Hawk stuff,
I
right?
mean, he likes Spider-Man, but everybody likes
yeah,
Spider-Man.
dude. Carmen
Everybody
likes
likes
Spider-Man.
Deadpool.
Yeah. So that was some bad advice though from Wolf. That's
It was.
crazy.
Yep.
You got no clue because Miguel's fighting with all that other stuff we were talking
Yeah,
about.
and also he's not using Miyagi-Do. He's whipping your ass. He's going to strike first. I think he strikes first in this fight.
Miguel strikes first.
Yeah.
Miguel's style of karate is strike first.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
way
in his bones.
It's the karate that was taught to Johnny and that he taught to him.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't he use that? Miyagi-Do is all well and good, but not when I'm going to knock this guy's block off like my dad said.
Yeah, totally. Also, this is my fucking dad.
This is my fucking dad, by the way. See, what's the handsome guy? That's my brother. He's around here somewhere.
Ooh, I guess it. Oh shit! I didn't even know. I didn't realize this. It's like, Wolf and Axel are the poisoned reflection of Johnny and Miguel. Obviously, they're the
Oh,
Bizarro.
Yeah.
It's a fucking toxic relationship that they only have because they have no one else.
Yeah, they just have each other.
Yeah, and it sucks.
And it's not good for either of them.
Yeah,
Yeah. Gross.
he's a shitty fucking karate dad.
Hopefully, yeah, his abusive karate stepdad is what it feels like.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
Johnny's this light that came into Miguel's life.
Mm-hmm.
Still badass though. Don't
None of that
forget.
pussy shit.
None of that pussy shit. Let's see. This guy is evil, and that's mean ass coaching. Oh, where are we? Oh no, sorry, I skipped a part. We're in the middle of the fight now, and Miguel comes at him, and Axel is not ready for it because of the shitty coaching from Wolf. He does not know that he's going to attack him.
Yeah.
They don't know Miguel. They don't know about the
They
shark.
don't know shit.
Yeah, remember the shark dude that got released at the end of season 1?
Yeah, the black-eyed monster.
El Serpiente
The one that
Supremo.
scared his mother.
The one that scared his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Johnny's absolutely blown away by his special boy and how much ass he kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Tori's impressed. I think we're all happy. I think we're all happy Miguel still has that dog in him.
Definitely. Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, it was like, it did wane at a
Yes,
certain point
yes.
in the series. And then I guess around the Sakai Takai, you realize, like, oh, he is that guy.
When he was kind of chomping at the bit to get back in charge
Yeah.
when Robby was in charge.
Mhm.
And now it's his chance and he's ready to let loose.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
like,
it.
imagine that being like, I think I'm firing on all cylinders. And you're like, every time I do something, I kick ass at it. I haven't even met a challenge yet. Like, imagine that, but
he's
you're
like-
not being focused on as the top guy yet.
Yeah.
You're like,
like everything.
pretty sure I'm going to whip everybody's ass.
Yep.
And then when he gets in this fight with fucking Axel, you're like, oh, okay.
And Johnny says that to him after when they sit down on the curb for the pizza. He's
Yeah.
like, dude, why are you worried? You're kicking so much butt right now, dude.
Yeah.
I can't even coach you.
You
I don't
punched so
even-
many baseballs, bro?
Did you see all those boards? They're broken. You laid major wood in there, buddy. Major wood.
Major Wood?
The score is currently Dragons 165, Cobras 160. So Terry is furious.
Jeez, dude, you blew it.
Yeah, dude. First Malik, now Kovacevic. What the hell's wrong with them? Flip his switch before he loses us the whole goddamn tournament.
Frankenstein
Yep, flip his switch.
from Nice to Kill.
Yeah. And Terry put it perfectly. Like, dude, you need to get this
Do
dude.
the fucking thing that we
Yeah.
broke his brain to do.
You know the way we've been acting like we're going to crush these guys the whole time? We got to do the fucking part where we crush them.
These guys just fucking live next door to each other. There's
Yeah.
no way they're the two best karate guys
Yeah.
in the world.
The two best karate guys just happen to have lived next door and
Yeah.
decided to do karate after a Pepto-Bismol based attack. So round 2, Axel's ready for Miguel's offense this round and deploys a series of blocks and counterattacks that lands the Axeman point after point. Miguel's off his game, and Axel finishes the round with a flipping sideways Sub-Zero jump into a hellacious kick that drives Miguel headfirst down into the mat, knocking his headband right off his dome piece. 10 points for the AK-47.
It's like when X-Pac gives Rob Van Dam the X-Pac finisher.
Oh, yes.
And your head just slams into the ground, but your feet are still way in the air.
It's almost like someone reversed like a magnet, and your head was made of metal.
Yes.
And it just gets sucked to the ground.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was pretty hellacious. I mean, to think of Axel going airborne,
Yeah.
and he does the sideways.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's crazy.
Rotating
Yeah, because
flip.
he's like a tank.
He's a tank.
Yeah.
He's a big dude, man.
That's a big
That's
dude.
a big dude.
His hair makes him bigger.
Yeah. Oh,
which
yeah.
I like.
In 2 inches, maybe.
Yeah, that's a Boreanaz move. That's why I thought of that.
Yeah, yeah. And it's it's obviously a Drago is why it's there.
That's why it's a Drago,
Yep, yep.
And actually, the one part that was like, ooh, they're Dragoing him for a second is when the crowd started chanting for Miguel.
He's like, oh!
He was like, oh, no, what?
It's
He's
also
like,
Frankenstein's monster, and that was fire.
the villagers,
Yeah,
yep,
those are the
yep,
villagers.
You're right, you're right.
He's like, wait, why do the villagers love Dracula? What's going on? Dracula. Axel comes rushing in for the finishing punch as Miguel sluggishly rises to his feet, but holds his punch right and or around the buzzer goes off. I wrote in here thoughts. Obviously, he could have gotten a hit in there in the way evil dojos always get that last minute hit.
But he didn't take the liberty.
So if you had to describe what
He showed mercy.
showed him mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like he said to Sensei Wolf, he didn't want to win that way.
Yes.
But Sensei Wolf was like, shut up. There is no way. There's only winning.
And he's like, well, I'm pretty sure I'm not a piece of shit
I
somehow.
don't think I want to fucking...
Like, you've made me a piece of shit, but I got a heart
Yeah.
of gold.
And does he do it because he does care about Sam and hurting Miguel would hurt Sam? Is that part of it at all? I just thought of that. I don't know.
Well, he didn't look at Sam again before he didn't punch him, did he?
No, he doesn't look at her until...
It's certainly
He does
in
the
there,
sweep.
but I think it's regardless of that, he wants to win the right way. He has honor.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he does have honor, yeah. And he does tell this guy to fuck off.
He has honor, but he's, he's in that situation where your sensei's a dick and you kind of have been there the whole time and you're just doing what he says.
Yeah.
Well, finally he mans up.
And you're getting your ass kicked, so, like, that pisses one off a little bit. You get hot when someone's beating you up.
You know what? Fuck this whole thing. That's what
Yeah.
I say when I lose.
I mean, also, you're giving him bad
This
advice.
game fucking sucks.
Yeah, you give him shitty advice.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, look out. He's going to do a bunch of defense. I went in
No,
there and got
he
my
punched
ass
me.
kicked. What the hell is this shit? All right, so that was mercy was shown. Miguel heads off the mat feeling
Yep.
defeated, but his
Yeah,
sensei...
fucking Daryl wouldn't have disqualified him for taking that shot.
Yeah, Daryl wouldn't have
They've
done
been
that.
like, all right.
I don't know, the one guy...
Half a warning.
The one guy and then the other guy.
You do that shit 6 more times, I'm going to give you a warning.
Well, 20, 25 more of those, pal. You're going to be goosed. You're out. So he goes over to seek counsel from his sensei.
It's okay, man.
It's okay.
I like that his friend said
I
hi
thought I
to
had
him.
him.
You did have him. And then he had you. That's how fights go. That's how life goes. We all get our asses handed to us sometimes.
Look,
There's gonna
guitar.
be more where that came from, I guarantee.
Yeah,
it.
that's some classic
On
season
and
1
off the
Vitar.
mat. But I've never known anyone who could take a shit kicking and fight back harder like you.
Remember the lacrosse sticks?
Thanks, Sensei.
Shit, man. Drowning in the pool.
I'm further behind on points than when we
Drowning is
started. I don't know if I
pussies.
can make it back in 1 round.
Who gives a shit about the score? Points are for pussies. Just go out there and give them the best 2 minutes of karate you got. Everything you learned, every lesson, every win, every loss. Leave it all on the mat. Go all in. You go all in.
A lot of flash. Here we go. We're flashing back.
Yep.
Got it?
I thought they did a good job of pulling from all the right
Screw this headband.
parts.
Yeah, some of them were a little weird in the fight ones. This part was perfect.
You're Cobra Kai.
Yes, he is Cobra Kai.
Doesn't it feel like he should have yelled Cobra Kai right there?
Well, what happens is
Does he?
right after that, Yaya yells in Spanish, kick his ass.
Oh,
Miguel,
yeah, okay. That's what.
and the fucking crowd goes wild. The music like keeps building there.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm not going to know where to stop if I fucking
Just play the whole episode.
Play the whole thing's just going to pop off.
Yeah, yeah.
So the people are with Miguel.
They are.
Yaya is fired up. She's a great fucking great Yaya.
Yeah, she's a great Yaya. I love Yaya.
Yaya rules.
Yeah.
Like everything she got, she gave Johnny that little like, hey, hey, dum dum, marry Carmen.
They don't
what
do
you
that
doing?
much with her, but you feel it every single time.
Yeah, dude.
You
And
know?
Yaya smoked a doob that time. That was cool.
Yaya smokes tons of weed.
Well, yeah, but they mentioned it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice little nod.
Wait, when?
When she said she had smoked a joint, like in the other season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like.
Well, when Johnny was trying to get that house, he was like, me, my old lady who I knocked up, her mother who just smokes a lot of weed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's all right though. She's an old lady. It's fine. I think her and Robby are having little like nighttime spliffs talking about life and shit. I want to see that.
Dude, I totally agree.
Yeah,
I
doesn't
bet
that
Robbie's
sound nice?
smoking a bone every once in a while.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Robby's cool, man.
Fuck yeah.
Cool, man. I bet he looks so cool. Like,
guys, drugs do make you look cool. I mean, at least weed.
Yeah, careful.
Weed's cool for you.
But no other drug makes you look cool at all. You look like an idiot.
Yeah, like snorting coke. Oh my
Snorting
god,
that? You don't look cool. You look like
fucking
an idiot.
moron. And
Taking
also,
pills?
you're wicked annoying after you snort your coke.
Yeah, taking pills doesn't look cool.
Taking pills doesn't look cool unless you take them like Tom Cruise. You know, like how he eats that popcorn.
Fucking goes through the back of your head out in outer space.
Yeah, smoke does look cool, but tobacco smells bad.
And it's it's
weed smoke
bad.
hangs heavy in the air. That's chill, dude. That's chill.
It is pretty chill, dude.
That's
It
fucking
is.
that's
Whoa,
some chill
that guy
shit.
over there, that's
What's he doing over there, bro? Mikey's in the parking lot with Yaya right now.
I went on a cousin's walk, dude.
Bro, I want to go on one.
That was a crazy thing to find out was real.
What's
like
that?
all our lives, we went on cousins' walks and we would, smoke dope. You even went on them when you didn't smoke dope.
Definitely.
And then to hear that was a thing that everyone did, eventually, I was like, oh, that's cool. I was doing the thing everyone else was doing with
That's
their
our
cousins.
cultural heritage.
Yeah, I like that.
The cousins walk during Thanksgiving.
It's the best.
We'll be back and hungry.
Yeah, and ready to eat some of your very good and some of your very mediocre food. No, we had pretty good grub, actually.
I think we always had good grub at
Well, you could always count on some of the grub.
Yeah.
Anything your mom brought was going to be pretty tasty.
That's true.
Maybe steer clear anything Aunt Joanne brought.
Well, no offense.
Oh, except for, did she make some
Swedish
sort of meatballs?
Yeah,
those,
they were good.
Well, those are covered in sauce.
Yeah, they were good.
So at least she knew.
Hey, did you bring the soda? Thanks.
Yeah, cool. I don't know what my mom brought.
Jack shit. We're just happy that you guys showed up.
We showed up. We're going to try not to cause any problems. All right, let's get back on track, dude. Quit screwing around.
Dude.
Quit screwing
We
around.
gotta get through this.
Round 3.
Ding ding.
Miguel immediately starts remembering everything that he learned. Wait,
Yeah.
did I skip a part?
Miguel starts remembering everything that's ever happened.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
no,
in
yeah.
Dewey
This
Cox.
was the part where Axel was unnerved by the show of support.
Oh, this is the part, yeah.
Yeah. And Terry tells Axel to end it definitively. Like, he gets in his face. That's like when your boss is boss now. He's in your face going, hey, pal, this is about enough screwing around.
I'll tell you this. I've been a laborer my whole life. My favorite thing is when my boss comes to me and looks me right in the eye and says, hey, get it done.
And then you go,
And I say, because I know that means by any means necessary,
Right.
and I love playing by those rules.
yeah. And also, it's probably over when you're done doing what you need to do.
Exactly.
You can finish this single-handedly.
Yeah.
Does that happen to you at your current job?
No, my current job is very, very chill. Although,
Pressure's not on as much?
No, very rarely. But this past Friday it was because it was graduation and
Yeah, happy graduation to all the little graduations out there.
Yeah, happy graduation. All the janitors were on graduation, and I stayed alone to do all the trash in the building.
The lone guardsman.
But yes, the lone guardsman. But the graduation last minute was changed to the school, so they were all there. And all the people were there.
That's
so
terrible.
that was not great. And then it's like it went from like a capacity of like, probably like 2,000 to like 900. So like some of the families had to like go cafeteria or the auditorium and watch it on a screen.
Like Kenny and Anthony never would have been able to see this event if we
Exactly.
had to maneuver.
So
it
like
around.
everybody was mad, and then like part of what the janitors had to do was like not only set up all the chairs and make
Talk
sure
to all the
everything's-
parents, make sure
yeah,
they're okay.
but like point people in the right direction.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not happy to be hanging out in the cafeteria that you went to school at 16 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably more than that.
So while that was happening, which was terrible, I was hearing all the calls, and I'm like it's kind of funny because they were all getting fucked.
Right, and you're like back at the castle, everything's chill, and
Yeah.
you're just like, well, I would have to guard.
But I did have an extraordinary amount of work to do.
Right.
So I did end up getting almost like, an extra 10,000 steps that I usually
10,000
don't
steps,
get that
dude.
day.
Steps McGillicuddy over here.
Yeah. So it was taxing.
Yeah. Graduation's a taxing time.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are no, we don't see these people graduate. That's like not a thing that happens on this show, right?
More about this.
Yeah, it is.
This
More
is their
about the
graduation
karate.
into
Yeah,
the real
yeah,
world.
It's a karate graduation
Yeah.
is what it is. Terry tells Axel to end it definitively, and then Wolf slips in with a little, they're doing the 1-2 punch on the teaching.
That's right.
His spine has been injured once before. If targeted correctly, it can be broken. He leaves himself open for the roundhouse when he pivots. See, that's great.
That's good shit.
Evil.
Should have not told him the back thing. He
Yeah.
would have done it.
Oh, yeah, maybe like he might have just noticed as well. He could have just said he leaves himself open with when he does the roundhouse.
Do it. And he would have been like, of course I'm going to do it. That's how I win.
I'm going to get him.
And
yeah,
that-
he said he leaves himself open for the roundhouse when he pivots. So when he pivots, that's when Axel hits the roundhouse and his foot comes around and hits him right in the spine and fucking knocks him out.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, so says fucking Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf's an idiot. Pretty
What
much,
if he pivoted and then he went for the slow-ass giant Frankenstein kick, and then Miguel did something incredible?
Sweep the leg.
Exactly. They don't know.
I
That's
like
fucking,
that the sweep the leg was important though. Like in that that moment when. So, anyways, the round fights. We can get back to it. I did. So we don't think
It's a perfect example, the sweep the leg thing, of using something that happened in Karate Kid and then like kind of repurposing it for your own.
for the show. Yeah,
It's
it's
an ode. But it
I understand
would
that
happen
reference.
anyway.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it means more because it meant more in the movie.
The sweeping of the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think Axel was at mentally when he left the coaches heading into this fight? He tells them the thing
I
about.
think he's like, I ain't doing that.
He's like, I'm not even gonna.
I'm not gonna fucking paralyze this
dude. He's probably. And then you probably fucking got in his head so that he wasn't even gonna hit him in the back at all. Now.
Kind
Bad
of.
coaching. I thought it was Wolf's only good coaching, but it actually got so up in his head.
Great character, bad coach.
Great character, great performance. I
Yeah.
love that guy.
Yeah, I do too.
Every time I've
He
seen
should
him,
have been in the Karate Kid Legends.
yeah, yep. He should have been. Yeah. Oh my God, if the bad sensei was played by that guy,
Yeah,
it would have been
he's a way. If you're gonna compare two things, like he's a way better bad sensei.
And I like that he's a bad sensei that.
And he's
isn't-
charismatic and cool.
Yeah, and he's not embroiled in the history of these dojos. So it's interesting to see an evil sensei who, unfortunately for him, he doesn't know the history.
Like
of
he's
these
got
guys.
his own show.
He's got his own show. That
Yeah.
guy you were talking about.
Yeah,
that we've
the other
never met.
guy who
Yeah.
fucked him.
Yep. So round 3 starts. Miguel immediately starts remembering everything he's ever learned: fighting the wooden metal man, drowning is for pussies, kicking the board, fighting Robby.
Does he get stuck in the fucking cement? In the cement truck? Did they show that?
No, they don't.
Come on. Come on, guys.
Nope.
Come on, Big 3. You dropped the ball.
Yeah, they
That's the best episode.
Yeah, they showed a couple weird ones. Like, remember when Miguel kicked Robby in the shoulder?
Yeah.
They show that.
When Miguel kicked Robby when he was being a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's part of his journey, I guess.
And I think
maybe he's like being ruthless in the
And
fight
every
at
time,
that point.
I mean, every time they show the flashback, he does something that mirrors that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell, was he kicking him in the shoulder or was he just, I don't know. That one threw me off.
Maybe that was like his headspace, though. It was part of it. It's like I can access evil Miguel.
Oh, but he's like, I won't be that evil. But boom, he thought about it.
He thought about it, yeah.
So Miguel does leave himself open for the roundhouse when he pivots, as Axel remembers from 5 seconds ago. It's a funny time.
Remember everything I told you.
Yeah,
Axel.
it's weird to audio flashback, but I guess sometimes they feel like they have to hold our hands because it doesn't add to the drama to have us hear that again. I remember.
And we're already layering in so much shit. Maybe they just thought.
And the way they shot Miguel pivoting and his head turning was so noticeable and so beautiful. I loved it. That we all knew.
You're like, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did like the performance of Terry going, now.
Is he in slow motion?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
No. Yeah,
I love
that was
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
And like that moment when Axel stops, looks back for Sam, looks back, and then the second he goes into the sweep and Terry and Wolf are like,
No. Diaz has got the sweep all day.
yeah, and it's not actually over, but it is over. He jumps over the sweep.
It's like a chess match. They
Yep,
know that's
they
the
know.
wrong move. Yeah.
Yep. That was their chance. He didn't. He's not going to do the pivot like that again.
I would have liked it if he turned back to look at Sam and turned around and got kicked right in the face.
Yep. But I think Miguel must have been, as Miguel was pivoting.
He was finishing up his move.
No, I think he was honoring it. He's like, oh, my man's doing a stare. He needs to figure out where he is. I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
I understand.
Totally.
I've
Yep.
looked away at Sam before, too.
Yeah, we've all done it.
We've all been there. So now Miguel's just playing with this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's remembering all the fights of the past.
He's
Miguel,
fighting Hawk in the tournament.
Well,
Is that part of it?
The first one is him beating up Penis Press.
Wow.
It's from the...
You know what? Penis Breath, you fucking part of the team.
But it's from the demonstration, I think, at the fair. Because I was like, what is
Fire and
this?
Ice.
Yeah, I was like, what is this fight from? Because they were both wearing the same clothes, and it was in front of a big cobra. I was like, what is...
Yeah.
Miguel doing the cool flip thing in the house battle, fighting Hawk as an Eagle Fang in the second tournament, Miguel fighting Hawk at Coyote Creek, and then finally Miguel remembering how to walk.
And
which
it's like
was cool.
It's like your best friends who were your worst enemies helped you get where you are.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have been as strong if Hawk wasn't such a fucking
sharpens
prick.
iron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Hawk had an awesome journey.
He did.
as a
It was
character.
really cool.
He really
It
went
was
through
fun.
It
And
was.
it's like it provided drama for every season. You know, one way or the other. You're like, what's Hawk up to? Like,
And-
he's being such a prick right now. Well, that's something to talk about. It's
Absolutely.
interesting.
And he played an important role on the show of letting us know that it's kind of what the whole show's about, I guess, really, is that you can come back. You can do bad things and be a bad person, and then
Yep.
you can change it and you can become better.
It's true. And you can be a pussy and just decide you're not anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to be the one to decide you want to be a better person.
Yeah.
No one's going to do it for you.
Good
You
point.
have to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But it also helps to have a sensei. So super duper spinning kick for the win, dude. He hits
Yeah.
him with a flippy doo.
What is this thing? Is that the watermelon kick?
Yeah, that was it was like part of the kick from the house fight
Oh, okay.
with the flipping of the body.
Maybe just something he's been developing over the years.
I think so.
It's a Miguel kick.
Yeah, what
He'll
was
teach
the
his students.
Yeah, what was the watermelon kick called?
Well, he hung it upside down, so you would jump up and
You would
jump
do a-
upside down and flip.
You would do like I thought you did like a spinny around like
Yeah,
100
maybe.
times. It was like the double dragon spinny attack. So he defeats him. Miguel Diaz is the boys' Sekai Taikai champion.
Part of that.
Miguel hugs Johnny, then Tori, then Robby, then everybody's hugging. It's the end of SNL up there. Axel walks off the mat in shame and doesn't even look at his sensei. Or Terry. He's not looking at anybody.
Yeah,
He's
fuck
just,
you guys. I'm out of here.
I mean, he did the right thing, and now he has to do the right thing and leave. I guess he
His
was.
journey's only just beginning.
That's true. Gunther gets on the mic to congratulate both of the champions, Miguel Diaz and Tori Nichols. We pop over and see Wolf tell Axel that he is ashamed to be his sensei. And then Axel's like, how fucking dare you? Ashamed? I'm ashamed to be your student,
Yep.
dude. And he goes to walk away. I kind of wish that he socked him, but I guess that would have been weird.
That would have been bad because we need to keep Wolf strong for Johnny.
Yeah, we
So
don't
we
want to.
can't job him out to fucking Axel. Because, like, if you punch him, you would have had to have Wolf block it. Because he needs to be super good at karate for the purposes of Johnny overcoming him.
Wouldn't that have been cool if he went to punch him and he blocked it? No, because then if he doesn't hit him back, now we're showing the whole thing where does he have mercy? Yeah, you're right. Too complicated.
Too complicated. But, yes, I obviously would have liked
I wanted Axel to
him
punch
to
Wolf.
kick him, and then he falls back and some paint falls on him.
Yes, dude.
You know?
He should just
Make him look
fucking
like a fool.
super kick Terry.
Throw a banana peel while he's walking. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yes. Oh, yeah, you should
Super kick Terry.
But we need to fucking Terry's jobbing out to Kreese later.
we get the big JOB for Terry.
So,
He's
yeah.
gonna take the big
and that's
loss.
that's a 2-year WrestleMania build.
Yeah, you're
that's
right.
like
That's long-term booking.
Yeah, it's long-term booking.
Yeah,
So
we don't want to blow that
and
because
there's really nobody for
Axel,
Axel to turn heel on,
Yeah.
other than with just being like, fuck this.
and we're not moving forward with him, so we don't need to shine up the baby. But he's not. He just became a baby face. We
Yep.
can't- Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Gunther got on the mic. Yep. He announces that for the first time in the long and storied history of the Sekai Taikai, it has ended in a Tai Kai. You know?
Let me ask you this. You won the boys finals and the girls finals, and you still didn't win?
Yeah, because they won all the games. They won all the games at the Sakai Takai.
Forgot about that.
Everyone had points coming in.
That's true. Totally forgot.
And also, they are playing with Cobra Kai's points now, which are different than the points that they...
Yes, I forgot about the tournament before we got to the Valley.
Yeah.
I just remembered this episode.
Oh, yeah.
But now I understand, yes.
But
they
I mean,
had a shitload of points.
Yeah. But we got wicked close. They got to within 5 already.
Yeah.
But then Axel must have knocked him down. And then when Miguel...
So it's like when you win, it doesn't just say one win. It says like all your points go into the total. So
every
it's
point you
very
make,
complicated.
Yeah, every point you make in the match
is your
points.
It's like Harry Potter.
Yeah. Well,
your house points.
Yeah, but
only Daryl Vidal can award them.
But only if you could earn those points in Quidditch, because you don't get the points you'd earn in Quidditch to into your house score.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just telling you, it didn't work. Yeah.
Bad analogy.
Yeah.
I never seen it.
Yeah. So Terry tells Wolf that he has one last chance and he better not blow it. Blow it? Ooh, Terry. Poor choice of words.
Oh, shit, dude. Hell yeah.
Johnny goes to have a quick talk with Carmen about the big news, and he asks her, "You worried?" And she says, "No, I know what I signed up for," which is like, yeah, you knew who Johnny was. There's a chance he could have ended up in a karate fight in a tournament. She's not too surprised.
Yeah, it is very surprising. I'm very surprised.
Yeah. Well,
the senseis have to fight?
Well, yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's hilarious.
First time ever.
If I was Wolf, I'd be like, awesome.
I think that is
I'm
what Wolf
fucking
is.
Destroy this guy. Are you kidding me?
That's why I think Terry didn't
I'm
have
a super duper karate guy.
Yeah. Terry didn't have to say anything to him, but those are Terry's last words to Wolf.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the last time anyone will see Terry.
I guess
except for Kreese, who is already
I guess Wolf
there.
gets the dojo back, though.
Yeah.
He loses. He probably is going to lose Axel, and he's probably going to lose Zara. But he's going to maintain the rights of the Iron Dragons, right?
Does he? No, I bet there's some paperwork that he wouldn't have got it until they win, right? Don't they have to win?
Yeah, good point. But Johnny just took Cobra Kai because nobody wanted it, and there was nobody there to
Kreese
fight
gave it to him.
In a parking lot, not with papers.
No, there was papers. 100%.
What? When?
100% Kreese had to officially sign something or give something to the Sakai Takai.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't show us that.
Right,
you wouldn't
right.
show us that because that's not an
I would
interesting
have liked to
scene.
see it. I would have liked to see it.
You know what I mean? Because it was like kind of a off the book. It was a scene.
I still think Wolf should try to seize the fucking Iron Dragon dojo.
Well,
I don't think anybody's going to contest him. Terry's blowed up.
I don't think there's even value in it. He should just start a new dojo. Those guys suck. They lost.
You should probably quit karate, to be honest with you. It's
Yeah.
pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Beaten by an old man.
Yep. And he's already haunted by these old debts. Wolf, he's already gotten into business with the wrong people.
Yeah, it's true.
So chances are he's not going to be he's going to be having no dojos.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Terry comes over to menace the baby. He says,
"Hey, baby, nice stupid headphones, idiot.
Hope your dad doesn't die with your headphones, moron." And so he comes over. He says, "Oh, it's just karate. What's the worst thing that could happen?" Terry tells him they have a beautiful baby, wishes Johnny good luck, and all but tells him he's going to kidnap his family.
Yeah. When we first watched this, I 100% thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
He says, "That's life, isn't it? Full of unintended consequences. I think that means you're going to kidnap my family."
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Terry scares the baby again and then makes his exit. Johnny excuses himself. Yeah. Johnny excuses himself to go ask his boyfriend if he'll be his sensei for the big match. And Daniel says, "I thought you'd never ask." They bow
Get
to
your
each
sweet
other.
ass in that
Get your
dojo.
fucking ass over here. They bow to each other and we all cry or come or whatever it is that you're into.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever's your bag, baby. Cut to crazy Terry Silver on his yacht, cooking up a nice dastardly plot to kidnap Johnny's family.
By the way, that was the cut from him being at the Sakai Takai, that him being at the yacht is much less jarring than any of the cuts of locations in the movie Karate Kid Legends.
Oh my god, it was so chill. You're like, okay,
yeah, it makes sense.
You're like, that scene's
He must
over.
have parked the yacht pretty close.
They took the dinghy.
They took the dinghy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his car's all gassed up. He knows. He just
and we've
came
seen
here.
him on the yacht a bunch of times. So you're like,
Yeah.
that's where he lives probably.
And the way the shot goes to like water, which is very chill, and it pans up, you're like, now we're in the yacht.
Mm-hmm.
Because you kind of think the episode's over. Because the moment when Johnny asked Daniel to be his fucking sensei, is awesome. I was busting balls, but
yes, it is. No, it's great. The shock of now Johnny has to fight, and also like, oh, that's how they're going to do it, because you kind of knew it was going to happen.
I think it
does feel like an ending, right?
Yeah.
You're like, and
Snake.
No.
And I think we all knew and we all thought that there would somehow be a sensei fight, but I think in our really real hearts we were like, no,
they're not doing that.
That's crazy.
They're
There's
not
no
gonna-
reason that would ever happen. What? First time in the history of this Tai Kai?
Yeah.
Huh. Tai Kai?
Let me check the fucking history records to see what the rules would be.
Sensei on sensei violence.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So Terry is on his yacht. And Dennis is like, he says to him, we have to kidnap his family, so we'll have no choice but to lose
drop
the big
out.
fight.
He's gonna take a dive.
I think he's gonna take a dive.
He doesn't know how many Rocky movies he's watched.
Yeah, and then Dennis is like, dude, you sure you want to do that kind of thing? That's messed up. Furniture stores are one thing.
Implicating himself in the crime against Mike Barnes' furniture barn.
Implicated seems like too light a word. I would say the sole enactor of the guy who went jug, fire.
If Barnes is there, he would have whooped his ass,
I
right?
Guzman'd him. That's a fight. That's a good B tier, good guy versus bad guy.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's not going to make it out of this boat.
But wasn't he fucking his goon?
Yeah, that'd be personal,
that'd
dude.
Great, yeah.
He'd be like, Dennis?
What a prick.
Yeah.
He turned
You
on
knew
his
that
friend.
guy.
Yeah,
No,
you
he's
knew
not
that.
his-
Yeah,
he was never-
you worked
he
for
was
him.
never his
You worked
friend.
for Terry.
Yeah.
And you.
Yeah. Snake was Dennis's friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. God rest his soul.
God rest his soul, absolutely. Yeah, so he burned down the chair fair. He burned it down big time.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry tells him that if he does this, then he can have his yacht after he dies. And that is good enough for Dennis.
Goddamn right.
Who heads right off to kidnap.
So kill the kid and the baby. Got it.
Whoa. Don't kill him right away.
Burn their entire house down?
Yeah, maybe.
Burn down the apartment complex?
You can kill Yaya, probably, is what he was thinking.
Jesus.
Yeah, what you don't know is Yaya has one of them giant guns.
Yo, I fucking bet, Dirty Harry.
Yeah, like fucking, what was that one with Sylvester Stallone and the old lady?
Throw mama from the train?
Is that no? It's whatever the other one.
Stop
is.
her, my mom will
Stop
shoot.
her, my mom will shoot. Yes,
we got to do that on the podcast.
Yeah, we should. So good deal. Dennis is ready to go score himself a yacht.
Mm-hmm.
But when he goes upstairs, something happens to him. Boom! There arises such a clatter. We don't know what's happened, and it makes me laugh out loud every time when Dennis goes up, and then Terry says, after he hears the thud, "Watch the deck, Dennis." Like 100% before Dennis has gone upstairs to go deal with something and hit his head or fell down. The way Terry says, watch the deck, Dennis."
Yeah, what do you say? Watch the deck. It's not your yacht yet?
He said, watch the deck, Dennis. It's not yours yet.
Yeah.
Like, stop fucking my boat
Are you
up, dude.
scuffing my shit up, dude?
Don't you know karate? Why are you so
Are you
clumsy?
stomping?
Yeah. But it ain't Dennis making all that noise. Dennis's unconscious body comes flying down the stairs and thuds up hard against the wall, and we hear a snap. If Dennis wasn't dead before the stairs, he is now, and he definitely is when the boat
He might
blows
be
up.
double dead.
Double dead. Do you
You
think
know?
he was dead before he came down?
I do. I think he did something. I don't exactly
I don't think
know.
he did. I mean, I think he knocked him unconscious.
Oh,
and then his
yeah.
neck
He looked
snapped.
like his body was limp.
Yeah. He knocked him out. He fell down the stairs, broke his neck, and died.
Probably what Kreese doesn't give a shit. I mean, he's
No.
probably trying to kill him.
I mean, we don't ever know that Kreese had any intention to blow this boat up because that seemed like an accident, but it might have crossed his mind had
This
it not
was
happened.
a suicide mission.
It was.
Yeah. This is a one-way.
He came here to murder everyone on this boat.
Yeah.
All right. I do hope that the other guy, the dude on the boat that came and offered Terry his medicine that time because he was like, "Oh, you all right, bud?" And he's like,
Yep,
"You don't
like
feel
his
good."
assistant or whatever.
Yeah, I hope that guy wasn't on the boat.
He didn't
worked-
seem that bad.
No, he worked for an evil guy, but he didn't seem all that evil.
Yeah.
So Terry smashes a bottle and he heads above deck to see who killed Dennis. He finds Kreese smoking his signature stogie, doing everything he can not to fall over.
It's a very buoyant boat.
Yeah, well, thank goodness.
Choppy waters
Should
today.
have stayed gone, John.
And miss seeing your rent-a-dojo get beaten by Cobra Kai?
You were there. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised.
I'm a sneaky, sneaky,
You
leathery
always
snake.
did love lurking in the
I
shadows.
do a sneak around.
I hope it was worth it. Because you're not making it back to shore.
Well, one of us isn't.
Either of you are.
I
guys.
saw you talking to Johnny on the way out. I recognize that look. So whatever it is that you got planned, it ain't gonna happen.
Isn't that noble and pathetic? After
just getting it all
this
out there,
time,
you know?
After
It's
he
nice.
rejected you over and over and over, you still can't shed that weakness.
On the contrary, he's a source of strength. He always has been.
Love
A
that.
student worthy of my dedication, who has since surpassed his teacher.
Pretty
That's
low
a low
bar.
bar, John. His teacher isn't what he used to be.
What you fucking say to me?
Let's find out.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
Really? I thought we were warriors.
Surprised you didn't
And
have some
warriors
size on
fight
here.
with honor.
warriors
Yeah.
fight with
Yeah,
whatever they
some
have.
weapons for sure.
Come on, let's do this.
So be it.
Razor Ramon.
Yeah, he does. Right
You
in
like
the eye.
that, Chico?
Love it.
Great. I love that scene.
I love
really,
it too.
Everything they're saying is so fucking
Epic.
epic and righteous.
Yeah,
and, like,
and it's like, yeah, final.
even,
and like,
yeah, so final. Yeah.
just
Even-
like conceptual almost.
yeah. Like what Terry says, I like just as much as what John says about Johnny. Like when he's just like, you're so pathetic. Like, why? You're so dumb. You're so delusional. At the end of the day, you think this is going to work for you. Like, I'm going to stab you with this bottle. Bro.
Yeah. And
But
then
he can't conceive that, I don't know, John Kreese a good guy now?
yeah, it's like I saw your evil plan about to unfold.
I love
and
that.
I can't do shit, but I can stop you. I know
Yeah.
that. You know, I can't make up for anything I've ever done
Mm-hmm.
because I've been a piece of shit for a long time. But guess what? Checkmate. You're off the board.
I want to discuss the logisticals.
Mm-hmm.
The logisticals of him following him there.
Yeah.
That means he stole a boat.
It does mean he stole a boat. Or he stowed away on the dinghy.
That seems less
Like
likely,
Jason
right?
Voorhees.
Yeah, he Voorhees on the dinghy, maybe. Yeah. How big
Yeah.
was the dinghy?
Yeah.
Like he was in Terry's trunk. Terry drove him, both of them, to
He
there.
rolled out.
Yep.
Yeah.
He got, he
He
held
crawled.
onto the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's dried off.
Yep.
He's perfectly dry, too, though. So that's
true.
trouble. That jacket wouldn't dry quickly. That's a fine jacket.
I guess he waited for Terry to get on the boat and to settle into his room in there, and then took a separate boat while Guzman was down there talking to Terry, and he got on board then.
He probably he commandeered a boat.
Commandeered a boat, yeah.
John Kreese commandeered a boat.
I bet he didn't even beat anybody up. He just took it. Sometimes
yeah.
you just leave the
Yeah,
keys right in
yeah,
the
yeah.
boat.
Old fucking warrior veteran like him, dude.
Yeah.
When you're in the sandbox, you can do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, yep.
You have those skills available
Definitely.
to you.
It's probably a fan boat. You know those things?
Oh, yeah.
I think he had one of those in Rambo.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Okay. They fight.
They fight.
And then, I mean, pretty epic ending to this fight.
Yeah.
So he starts, well, we won't skip straight there. He
Okay.
hits him with cigar to the face.
Yep.
And then Martin Cove hits a spin kick.
Yeah.
And then he does. That one's hit, not a spin kick, but like a across the chest kick.
Mm-hmm.
And from there on, it's mostly Jerry Silver versus Don Kreese.
Yeah, for sure.
A bit of a stunt double stand-in fight to the death.
But it's
type
also
situation.
kind of like they're using like a crane shot or a drone, maybe. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, I think it's a drone.
Okay. And you kind of, it's far away. You wouldn't necessarily be able to tell if it was their stunt doubles, even though it's definitely their stunt doubles.
I mean, I think they did. It's weird. I'm all over the place with it because, like, the stunt doubles are egregious, but I don't fault them for it.
No.
It's hard to have Marty do karate in the best of circumstances, which would be he's a young guy who knows karate.
Yep.
Which I don't think he's ever been.
No.
And now he's an old man, and you're trying to have these
He
two
definitely
old
knows
guys.
karate.
Does he?
Actually, I don't know.
Why in the world would you assume Martin Cove knows karate?
That's a great point.
When have you ever seen him do any karate?
I don't know.
Definitely not in the original movies.
You're so fucking right.
He doesn't do karate. There's no reason Martin Cove, if he did karate, he probably would do some karate.
That's fucking true.
I mean, if he,
I just really like Cobra Kai.
Someone fucking, maybe I'm
brainwashed.
wrong. Maybe he's got a black belt that I don't know about.
I know he makes that Marty Cove's Cobra Cream, for athletes.
Yeah.
There's little CBDs in there.
Absolutely. That's none of those aren't mutually exclusive. You can not know karate.
He wears the gi on the ad.
He does wear costumes.
He wears a lot of gis.
He does. That's true.
I guess I don't know.
I mean, maybe I'm
You're
wrong.
right. He doesn't really do karate in any of his favorite movies.
Yeah.
And every time he's fighting, he's somebody else.
So in the best case scenario, 30 years ago, they hired a guy that knew karate, and now 30 years later, he can still do karate.
Now, to be fair, I thought that he just probably learned karate in his life, like Ralph Macchio.
No, I think he's an actor.
Yeah, he is a fucking actor.
An actor.
Yeah, he's a fancy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
So it's hard, but I mean, it's also hard to stand up on boats. I get it.
Very hard to get your sea legs.
And it is a badass scene. I wrote in my notes.
I love this. I don't care if it's their stunt doubles. It's
me
always
either,
their stunt doubles.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. I wrote, my guy can barely stand up, but it's cool. I love it. I like the balls of the whole scene. Fuck it.
Yep,
Blow
I
up a
agree.
boat. We're blowing up a boat
We're
here.
blowing something up, and it's funny.
So the least bit...
The
big deal isn't going to be those guys aren't their stunt doubles. I mean, those guys are stunt doubles.
Yeah, they blew the fucking boat up.
But
for real.
And it seemed, from all the behind the scenes that I've I can't think of the word I was thinking. Previewed. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
That's a stupid word to say.
That I've purchased with mine eyes. It's not any better either.
That you've seen?
That I saw. It looked like it was a real
That
pain.
is to say, he seen it.
I seen it is what it was. It looked like it was a whole trouble. There's a lot
Blowing
of trouble.
the boat up.
And like getting the shots that day. They had
I think
choppies.
shooting on a boat is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so I commend them for their efforts.
I think Steven Spielberg refused to do any more movies on water after Jaws.
After the Jaws of it all. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it sucks.
Yeah. Water is expensive too, I hear, from movies.
Yeah, it's unpredictable.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's true. But it was a great shot. I see
it
why
was
they went for
awesome,
it.
and it was the coolest way to end both these characters' lives.
I bet blowing shit up is fun.
Yeah, and it was funny. Like when it blew up, we were like, oh, Kreese was on the bottom.
Yeah.
So maybe Terry just got blown up, and then it really blew up again, and you're like,
like when we actually watched the explosion, you're like,
well, there's no way anybody survived
I believe
that. He got atomized.
Yeah, that's blown.
Oh, maybe he's got superpowers now.
Maybe, dude. I'm thinking smithereens.
Yeah, definitely smithereens.
Probably blown to smithereens.
The fate that he saved Ponytail from in the war when he's going to get blown up by that grenade.
Wow.
Right?
I didn't put that together.
There you go.
Heck
Finally
yeah,
got
dude.
blowed up.
I like that. What did you think of the way it played out? They're playing grab ass. They're fighting. Terry gets on top. He's punching him. He goes for the big punch, but Kreese grabs the stogie and he does a fucking
a hook shot, a sky hook.
Yeah, a sky hook all the way across the way, and Terry yells no, and then Kreese mercy.
I mean, that's obviously silly.
I would say corny, but I still like it.
Yeah,
kind of like the thing from earlier, just a different kind of corny.
Yeah. Do you think they should have had him just say no mercy?
Yeah,
I think they should have had no mercy, motherfucker. Is that too much?
No.
No mercy, you son of a bitch.
Well, I guess the problem is he doesn't have that much time to say that 'cause he's being strangulated.
Yeah, no mercy. So, they both got it.
They both got it.
We get it.
And you know what? You stop worrying about it a second later when the boat explodes because it is such an impressive explosion.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Good job.
So, I mean, de Guzman's
you're
definitely dead.
They're dead. I mean, yeah, he was dead 3 times.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, that's the end of them?
That's the end of them, dude.
Like, what a fucking saga.
Yeah, that's the end of Terry Silver.
But it's not the end of the story, but it's a great ending to that part of the story, the villains.
And I still remember when we were first watching it that by some way we had spoiler that the boat was going to blow up.
Yeah.
That there was a boat that blows, and there was an explosion.
Oh, there was an explosion. That's what
it
was. Yeah.
Yeah. And someone had said something about, I'm not sure if so-and-so survived because there was an explosion.
That's right.
And I remember just watching it going, what is going to happen? And then when the explosion happened going, how could anyone think that someone wasn't going to die from that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that AI picture of Kreese in the water on a buoy.
Yeah, and they said that. They thought about it.
Yeah,
they wanted to do post-cred, right?
That would have been fucking nuts.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
He just washes up naked on an island. And he just lives his life there.
Incinerated all his clothes off.
Yeah, it did. Of course, they were covered in gas.
Easier for him to swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a pretty epic end to an episode.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. And the flames on the end snake.
Yes. Oh, yes. The
You know,
embers.
We were talking about the other day, and like, no other show does the end snake thing. I've never seen a show where you're like, boom, it's over. Sometimes it's like this producer's name comes up.
That's
or
it.
something.
I can't think of one
Yeah.
where you're like,
There's a symbol that means
the
ending.
episode's over.
And not only just an ending, but a lot of times it's like it emphasizes the last shocking thing that happened. Like, oh, that's it.
I wonder whose idea that is, or if there is even an example of that happening in any other show.
I agree.
There's
You
got to be
know,
one
We
somewhere.
gotta ask John.
Yeah, we do got to
You know?
ask John. Cousin John would know.
He
dude.
would know. He's
Yeah.
a genius. He knows everything.
Yeah. But, all right, I think that's going to wrap up the coverage portion of this. So this will wrap it up on YouTube.
Yep. Thank you for joining us on the YouTube. Please like and subscribe and check out our other videos and podcasts, you know?
All that stuff.
Check out our Patreon, Cobra Guys.
Yeah.
Check out our Instagram, Cobra Guys.
Read all the stuff at the end of this.
And, yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you, guys.
Can they still hear us?
Yeah, they can still hear us.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thanks for watching.